Have you ever worn a pair of Vans shoes, Tommy?
I think so.
Okay, he's pondering a creature as he battles Brian Lee. Vans shoes, Brian Lee. What's your opinion on them? What are you wearing right now? Nike?
Yeah, I'm wearing Nike.
Son, they got the little level bubble in the back, so you know you can hang a portrait.
Some cheap ones.
If you're standing in that bubble's level, you're level. Okay, what I'm filming is...
2, 3, 4.
I have to talk low so I don't interrupt their game of Magic, guys. But back during Standard Issue Samurai, I was running around some windmills on the Atlas Plateau, and I said something about, hey, I've got old shoebox Magic cards. What if I looked at it with my eyes? And everybody stood up and clapped. So this is that video. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking of the correct box, because this does have Magic stuff in it, but it's not the same thing. It's got encyclopedias. Encyclopedia Magica. What do you think about Encyclopedia Magica, Brian Lee? It is, son, and you've got, is that a barbarian leaping? Leaping to a corpse so he can find potions, son? Oh, but this isn't what I wanted to look at that day. Because, is it even, no, this is full of Dragon Ball Z cards. Look at this foil Raditz card. Brian, look at this foil Raditz card and tell me something about it.
It's orange arm bar.
That's all you need to know.
So it'll do that twice.
But, I did find the thing I was thinking of. What's Raditz's quote? He's like, listen, Kakarot. Mom and Dad liked me more before a comet blew up the planet. He didn't even know Frieza blew up their planet. What a loser. No, this has to go in the floor. The dinosaur will be walked later. And we're not even going to look at 100% Ultra Pro Panache like Strongman. But it was this heavy fucking thing. Hold on. Just look at Brian. Look at a Dutch angle. All they can see is your hand, Brian. Do a Naruto hand sign. Brian Lee no jutsu. You didn't summon a frog or nothing, boy. Sasuke turned 360 degrees and walk away, that piece of shit. Let's see how your all's game is doing.
I'm getting my hat started at the moment.
What kind of deck you running, Brian Lee?
Squirrels.
The ignorant shall fall to the squirrels. Tommy's also doing squirrels, isn't he?
No, he's doing raccoon.
Raccoons versus squirrel. How many squirrels would it take to take down a raccoon, Brian Lee?
No, well, a lot, because I ain't got no squirrels.
Would you rather fight one raccoon-sized squirrel or 5 squirrel-sized raccoons? Each of them has little grabby hands. This is what I was talking about. This is a bunch of my old Magic cards. Look, we can see through the side. I'm just going to pull them out at random and say shit about them.
Just whenever you can spend
Right here.
Yeah, you're good.
The first card. The first card, Deacon. Is this camera good for this?
3-3.
Probably not. It's like a little handy cam. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to read it through the viewfinder is the problem.
36.
Confessor. Already my sins are being brought up. He's like, using the wrong camera. Not getting the 4K. Governor. Odyssey. Tommy, you used to play during Odyssey, didn't you? Kamal Pit Fighter?
We all played that.
Yeah, but you like actually read the book. I couldn't because they didn't have any hot cat ladies in it. Okay, he's a cleric. For 1 white mana, boys, he's like, whenever a player discards a card from his or her hand, you may gain 1 life, son. John Avon knows. You could build a whole deck around this card, and
1 or more creatures die.
I don't know if you'd win. Maybe if your opponent like didn't draw any lands or like they collapsed due to like low blood sugar, boys, you'd be
Commander
set.
cards you can't use as standard, but you can use standard and commander.
Okay, let's feel around. Feel around. Oh, these are got white borders, so you know they're good.
A lot of the,
Ooh, what are you doing, Skitter and Horror? Oh, you're from Beatdown. Brian Lee, do you remember the Beatdown box? Did you have one back in the day?
probably.
It was that. It was like the box looked like a jungle, and there was like a vampire fighting something, and it was like these 2 guys in Magic that are like, we're real fucking good, so we have this special decks you can buy. Well, this card was in it. It's that mace symbol.
Yeah.
Brian Lee knows. He's a wizard, and he lives on the coast, boys. He practically invented Magic. Richard Garfield knows Brian Lee on a first and last name basis, just like most people. I appreciate your commentary that I talked over, Brian. I'm sure it was insightful. People going back and listening on that.
Trash Panda yet?
Trash Panda.
He's not worth it.
Rocket Raccoon's not going to click off this video,
1, 2,
Tommy.
3, 4, 5.
I see a blue card peeking at
Natural
me.
growth. At the beginning of each
You
combat,
are
my creature
the
gets double
dispersing
power
orb.
tokens.
He's like, listen, I need all of y'all to go home. It's like 11:30 on a Sunday. Christ Almighty, I have to work in the morning. Please disperse. I've paid 5 manas, 2 of which were blue. Damn you, get out of my house. An enchant, but this is onslaught. It looks like a
He's a 12.
like a
10.
spider about to jump at you or something.
He's got tramp.
Pay 4 mana, sacrifice permanent, return target opponent is enchant. What?
Block 1.
This
block
is uncommon. It's uncommon to see somebody put this shitty card in the deck.
Yeah, he don't have trample.
No.
Oh no!
Right,
Look at
so
this
I
little
take,
tiny die
nine.
that's on Tommy's little tiny
I draw a
creature.
card.
Alright. When this guy does combat damage to a player, if there are cards exiled with it, you may play one of them without paying their mana cost.
That's good to know. Look at this cool forest. What's Brian Lee got in play? Is that your commander, Brian Lee?
No, it's one to play.
Oh,
I shouldn't be feedback
okay.
card.
I
But
just asked a question. I didn't know Brian Lee's gonna get mad.
Nah, he's not into play.
You really must be getting your ass beat if you're gonna get
I'm
mad at me.
destroyed.
Asking a question. Okay, we're gonna go from one of these side cards. Scott Pilgrim, eyeing up Brian Lee. You're Ramona's ninth
I could still play the adventure.
Secret X,
Right.
but you're not evil.
Should
You're
be.
Brian Lee.
Okay.
What does this card
Should
do?
be.
This is the Fault Riders. Look at these
Or play one
people.
of the other.
yeah.
They just,
I'll play
as soon
the
as there's an
adventure,
earthquake, they get super
two
fucking hype
samples.
and put on like their laser tag gear and their LARP helmets and just grab a bunch of melee weapons and sickles and cudgels and just go running out there. Oorah. Okay, they're a soldier. Oh, they're from Prophecy. That's what the crystals are. That's like half the Final Fantasy IX logo.
Right now.
Creature soldier. Sacrifice a land. Fault Riders gets.
I didn't play land
they
this turn, so
only
I can
want-
play
what?
this again, 'cause it's like-
They turn geological upheaval into a tactical advantage. I bet they do. Son, they're going to raid the
Yeah, I
Buffalo Wild Wings, son. But mango habanero is the hottest they ever go. What's the hottest Buffalo Wild Wing sauce you like, Brian Lee? You had to think about it. Tommy's would be... Do you like mango habanero, Tommy?
Alright, they're a little too hot sometimes, but I like that Carolina gold sauce.
Hell yeah, boys. Carolina Pride. Do you like the Carolina Panthers? They're named
I like
after...
them just as much as any other team.
They're named after a big cat. You have to support them better, boys. I hope Clinton Dix doesn't find out. Does he play for the Carolina Panthers? I have no idea. Did you know that's a man's name, Brian Lee? He can't register it. We've pulled up this real cool card. Phyrexian Driver. Look, it's World of Warcraft would call those excessive shoulders, son. Look at this cool little thing on the hilt of it. That's the sword's attached to his hand like Ichigo when he was fighting Aizen that time. Oh, this is from Nemesis. No wonder it's awful. That was from Mercadian Mask. God, remember Mercadian Mask, you crowd? That's like when we really started playing too. Bart Rosewater was so terrified by Urza block. Urza Saga broke that man, and then he broke magic.
She like shits out squirrels every turn.
Squirrel shitter. Okay. Oh yeah, mercenaries and rebels. You had Lynn Civvy and such. The mercenaries would call in weaker mercenaries, and the rebels you could call in rebels. Everybody knows about Nemesis block. Okay. Okay, I'm divining. Oh, let's try to find... Oh, here we go. It's an artifact. It's an Urza Saga artifact, so it's automatically broken. The Claws of Gix. Look at all these candles you've got to light just to show off your Claws of Gix, man. Just put in a sunroof. This costs 0 mana. Artifact. You can pay 1, sacrifice permanent, gain 1 life. I guess if you're worried. Henry G. Higginbotham. I am Henry Higginbotham. How dare you criticize my candle count and my beautiful artwork for Claws of Geeks. You're breaking my heart. There's the Urza Saga card you could have in your deck right now, Tommy.
Don't need that shit. I ain't gonna sacrifice my shit.
But you have... Oh yeah, you're not squirrels. Squirrels are good for sacrificing because you get a lot of them. Okay, I need... what color have we not seen
1/1
yet?
squirrel.
We ain't seen a green card, boys.
Trample.
My secret favorite color.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'd say overall green is my favorite single color in Magic because it's the color of Mary Cat Warrior. Who, if you don't remember, I just happen to have a copy of her.
Thank God I got
She
salt.
does in
I
fact
need to
count
manage.
as a Cat Warrior, son.
You don't need it.
Not right now, I don't. No.
Yes, sir. Oh no, the camera's afraid to focus on. She's also in like several protective layers. I'll just have to bust out a different one later. Okay, Brian, what's your favorite of the 5 colors of Magic if you just had to pick one?
Green.
You also like green. What about you, Tommy? You a green man?
Sure.
Well, we're all green boys. No wonder we get together so
I
good.
like blue.
So, what's your favorite 2-color combination?
Green, black.
Green, black. They're so opposite. It used to not be like that. You used to not be able to do that till Apocalypse. What about you, Tommy? You a red, green man?
Yeah.
Okay. He's very focused on kicking Brian Lee's ass. If you made a comeback, you got one creature in play. What is that?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel is
I'll
all we
get my
need to
ass
know.
out.
What is this blue card I picked up? Oh, so I could look at the color pie. I like green and white because there's a lot of good cats in white as well. You add red to that, you get Naya, Brian Lee.
Is that a fairy?
It's a bird wizard.
4, 5.
Bird wizard. Sage Avon.
Thickest of
Look
the
at this
thicket.
cool owl with his glowing stick. He's like, don't you dare donate bugs to
Put
my
X
museum.
+1, I
I'll
think,
smite
on
you.
Creatures.
You won't make it to Brewster's coffee
with
shop.
power.
Damn you. Hell will be your only delicatessen today. He's very dramatic, man. Is he not wearing pants? Or does he have like Sabrina Online owl pants? Bird wizard. Onslaught.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna put 6 on
Flying.
this
Well,
guy.
I would certainly hope so. When Sage Avon comes into play, look at the top 4 cards of your library and put them back in
It's
any
before
order.
I
He just lets you cheat. He's like, it's
unfortunately.
not cheating if you're a
Alright,
Sage.
and I will swing with this
Son,
guy
you know
and
what
this
class he
guy.
uses in Final Fantasy 3? Classic.
Oh, he's a...
And yeah, they do things. Randy Galagos, son, did he hit things with a hammer? Did he tell jokes and hit watermelons with a hammer?
You can block him.
That dude ain't nothing I can do. I'm pretty sure of it.
then I was going to create...
We
a
have to
fucking
give Brian Lee
artifact
hope. There's got to be a green card in here. Here's a greenish card when you think about it.
Lands I can
The
create
forest.
a treasure
Look at
token.
this happy forest. Bob Ross with one tear would roll down his cheek,
Yeah.
and that little squirrel would come out of his pocket and lick it away, son.
It's a good,
You can tap it to add green to your mana pool. Add broccolis to your mana pool.
Yeah, he's really nice with the enchantments.
What set is this from, Ryan?
Looks like 4th edition.
Probably. That's the last one before they were like, oh, we should probably put a little thing over here so the kids know what the hell they're doing.
Well, they're forever. They just kept reprinting the same cards in a new set.
I know. It's Alpha,
Alpha,
Beta,
Beta.
and Gamma, and Sigma, boys. Mega Man X, second monitor, flaring up. Dr. Light is doing upgrades in real time. I don't own a single fucking green card in this. Oh, there's one. Okay. Haha. Onslaught once again will save us. Who are you? The Wirewood Savage. They look like Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Don't they look like Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Kinda.
Son of the Simba of the Lion King. An elf, I get that. Whenever a beast comes into play, you can draw a card, son. She knows how to tame beasts with her daggers. Her beastly daggers. What a nice green card to have found.
Something like Assassin's
Let's see. What's
Yeah,
back here?
and then
What's
you can
this
also
hiding
use
way
the,
back here in this back? The Organ Grinder. He knows how to fight the monkey from Dial M for Monkey by playing that Italian pizza song. Zombie. This is a Torment. Torment. I remember not really liking that set either. When I was falling out with Magic. Remove 3 cards in your grave from the game. Target player. That's, I guess you could do that. That's the things people do. I don't think you could build a good deck around that guy. Do you have a second opinion, Tom?
I mean,
Brian Lee, how do you rate this card? Oh, he's such a stern countenance on Brian Lee as he ganders at the card.
It's bad.
Okay, it ain't bad, but it could stand to be a might bit good, or
No,
would you say,
because-
Brian Lee? Just a
No,
might bit.
because you're removing cards from your graveyard, so it ain't really hurting you. So,
Well, what if you've got Threshold, Brian?
what do you mean?
Steven, you got to have 7 or more cards in your graveyard to have graveyard to have Threshold, Brian Lee. My God, amateur hour. We'll grab another white border card that's not black. Do I own any? An artifact. An artifact.
It's not a very good hand.
Ashna Mod's Battle Gear. Did they? Tony Stark ripped off this fucking armor, man. Look at this Iron Man ass fucking armor. Tommy agrees.
He's like a football player.
I guess, yeah. Or like a wrestler, one of them edgy wrestlers you can't get near because he has an aura. This is an old card, so it says a lot of shit on it. Okay, you can make a creature tough, but, well, powerful but weaker.
You want to just redo it?
As long as Ash's Battle Gear remains tapped. Oh, it's equipment. Look at this card. Brian had invented equipment before equipment was a thing that Richard Garfield made up.
It was just Artifact's version of being an enchant creature.
Yeah, that's what equipment is, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but what added steps?
Yeah, exactly. Hachi Machi, someone's getting laid at the Magic card tournament.
I hope not.
So, Brian, would you ever put this in a deck? I need to build a deck with this card in it somehow. I could equip it on, no, that would, well, no, it would make Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a Cat Warrior, be a 3/1. Let's look at her real quick. If she was to slap that Iron Man armor on, it would cover parts of her body that shouldn't be. So blasphemy, I won't do it. Okay. We could delve deeper to the deep layers, like the iceberg. The Tenfei
Did you not have? Did
talks
you not
over
shuffle
Magic
all
Cards
lands, all
iceberg.
lands
Here we
together?
go.
I guess.
The Wild Mammoth. Oh, it's also Nemesis, but it's uncommon. Creature Elephant.
I went through it like 1, 2,
Jack
3
Slater.
1, 2, 3 land.
At the beginning of your upkeep, if the player controls more creatures than any other, that player gains control of Wild Mammoth. For a 3/4 for 3 mana. God, Magic cards used to be awful. Look at this awful fucking
Yeah, I
elephant.
can't remember when the power like spike happened.
Well, it happened in Urza Saga, and
Yeah, but
they
then they went
panicked.
back.
And Mercadian Mask. Speaking of which, here's a Mercadian Mask card. Son, it's Henry Argadine. Oh no, it's the Hinge Guardian. Why don't you capitalize the H in your name, man? You got no self-respect or good posture. What the hell are
Do it
you?
again.
Yeah.
You cost 5.
I had
Man,
no lands in my
I had
hand.
1.
You could pay 2 to give him trample, and he's this is such. Look at this awful Mercadian Mask card, Brian. I have to know what Brian Lee thinks.
That's horrible.
It's like when you try to get your cat to lick a lemon. Brian Lee made the same face when I showed him this terrible Mercadian Mask card.
Horrible card.
It's the set
So
that came
if I
out.
go for a 3/4, would pay 2 to give it trample or something.
It's yeah, it's
Or
not
tap to give it
bad.
trample.
It's not. We can never recover. The Mercadian Mask binds us all. There's a lot of onslaught at the top of this box because that was the last time I was really buying shit. Oh, here we go. This is from Tempest, which was the set before Exodus, right? No, Tempest, Stronghold, and Exodus. Cold Storage. Boys, they're froze solid. That man was so aghast because he realized what the light bill was going to be sky high. They got that air conditioner cranked, boys. Okay, you're an artifact that costs 4. What do you do? Put target creature you control on cold storage. Sacrifice cold storage, put all creature cards on cold storage into play. Oh, so if you were like going to Wrath of God and blow up all creatures, if you were going to play Rage Geki or Dark Hole, son, you could store your creatures on this card. Brian, you can build the best deck around this card. You're going to have a better facial expression whenever your eyes rest on it.
That's a Tempest.
Yes.
That's got to be a good card.
It stores your creatures, and then when you blow hell up, you can take them off of it, son. Tommy knows.
Below hell.
Log.
See?
Pay 1, give
He
me 2
gets
mana.
it.
Yeah.
This guy gets it. I saw a Scimitar.
Log thing.
Scimitar's Marauding,
Dude.
the artifact set. That was when I also kind of fell out. I didn't like that in Marauding all the cards looked kind of the same because they gave them this weird, vague artifact coloring on all 5 colors. Mark Rosewater, what were you thinking? Viridian Longbow. So here's an actual equipment. Yeah, the Scimitar is Marauding. I do like that Marauding has cool cat ladies in it, though. So, I mean, they get a few points, I guess.
Yeah, it gives you a mana in any color.
Okay, artifact
Make a
equipment.
land a 3/3 elemental creature.
You can-
haste.
Nice.
Oh, it turns them into a prodigal sorcerer.
Yeah, it does.
Tim, I believe he's known as. Who drew this? Oh, it was Jeremy Jarvis. He's like,
I wonder if it was Jeremy Hill.
Master Stark, I have to take this weekend off and illustrate a Magic the Gathering card. And Tony Stark was like, aren't you a fucking like robot in my head, man? Like Cortana? Brian, you got any opinions on Cortana from the Halo series? Okay, I just wanted to...
Cortana.
Yeah, she's like the cyborg. No, I mean, she's like a hologram lady that Master Chief sees because she lives in his helmet. And she's going to help him activate the Pillar of Autumn and destroy the Halo. The Covenant, Brian, the Arbiter, you know, laser swords.
So he has Siri 2.0 in his helmet.
There you go. Brian tied it all together. Look at this nice Desert Twister. 6 fucking mana to destroy target permanent. I guess because it's green, and green's not supposed to be able to do that. So you have to pay Kevin Murphy.
6 mana to destroy target permanent.
It's a damn Mercadian Mask uncommon. But it's green. So I guess they were like, well, green doesn't get blow nothing up unless it fucking pays, boys. Unless it fucking pays for the Tornado. The Tornado deal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to remove a chunk so we can get to the Rich Underdark. Rich Underdark would be a fantastic name for either a Wolves Can't Fly member or a Guilty character. Oh, God, we grabbed another Mercadian Mask card. Chris Mage, son. She's a big fan of Deltarune. 1 mana. Okay, Spell Shaper was a thing they introduced in that block, where basically you turned cards in your hands into other spells because you would discard them to fuel their abilities.
You got something to cast.
There was a white creature that had like built-in Wrath of God, and it was fucking crazy, man. Do you remember the guy that had built-in Wrath of God in Prophecy? You discarded 2 cards and you could just Wrath of God.
It didn't kill him.
No, he didn't kill him. He was like everybody else. Wrath of God for thee, none for me, I believe was the name of the card. Oh, God, more Mercadian Masks. Caterin Kidnappers. You look like the guy that fought Speed of Sound Sonic, and then the One Punch Man one-punched his armor, and he got a fucking job. 4 mana, I bet you'll be real good, buddy. Oh, he's a mercenary, so he brings lower mercenaries into play. That kind of makes sense that mercenaries would have a bunch of weak underlings, like the rebels, because they have no cause. They summon bigger creatures. I ain't looking at another Mercadian Mask black card. Okay, what else is in this junk?
Getting rid of my Hadron.
Red. You've been Thunderclap. Isn't Thunderclap a Tauren ability in World of Warcraft?
I think so.
Yeah.
Name of it.
Okay. It has to be now.
Thunderclap's just the warrior ability.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Thunder Stomp. Okay.
War Stomp.
Look at this poor guy in this schooner. He's like, man, I'm out here trying to versus the sea and catch this fish and talk about the human condition, son. And then the storm of the center. It's like an elemental storm doing the I'm a Little Teapot dance. I like that artwork with the green seas of Namek. 3 mana for an instant. You may sacrifice a mountain instead of paying its cost. Damn. 3 damage to target creature. This is just a terrible Thunderbolt. God, Brian Lee, name 5 decks you'd put that card in. Oh, he's displeased today, son. There'd be no side, no redemption. He had to take a breath. He was so disappointed.
It's worse than a Thunderbolt.
That's what I said.
Because it says deal 3 damage to target creature.
Exactly.
But I mean, sacking a mountain to pay for its mana cost is actually not terrible.
Oh, Ryan's
But
compliment
if it
sandwich.
said player on it, that would actually be a rare, not back then.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot we were working with Mercadian Mask. Oh, it's green, and green is good, baby. Green is good. Please be good. Okay, it's got a little tombstone, so it's got flashback.
Right.
Oh, it's a squirrel card. We'll see if Brian needs it for his deck, Torment. It's called Acorn Harvest. Put 2 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens into play.
6 mana.
Yeah.
Edward P. Beard Jr. I wonder if he ever got a high score in an arcade game and that bird and raccoon had to fuck him up. Here you go, Brian. Here's a card for your squirrel deck. I guarantee he's going to enjoy this one. That you can see the exact moment his heart cockles warmed.
I forgot they did put the tombstone on there for flashback.
Hell yeah. Would you put that card in your squirrel deck, Brian?
I mean,
Oh, he's sugarcoating it, son.
it's only 2.
Yeah, but you can flash it back. They won't expect
cost
it.
me
They'll be
3
like,
life.
he'll never have 2 squirrel tokens, and I can surely attack with my 99.99 without trample. And then you be like, well, look at these fucking squirrels, boss. I forgot where I was pointing the camera while I was looking at it.
During my turn, each
red.
non-equipment artifact and non
I hear bleeps and
enchantment
bloops.
you control with mana 4.
Oh, that was
4
Brian's
greater
phone. I thought this camera
becomes
had
a
done
4/4
something
elemental
new
creature
technique I've
with
never heard of.
indestructible and haste.
Okay.
And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I draw a card.
Okay.
Which card were you just describing, Tommy?
Hit my commander.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's look at it together. Tommy's powerful deck. Everybody's gonna get wrecked. And if your body's talking shit, it cannot cash that check. Ooh. I hyped him up. How you gonna take out that raccoon, Brian? You got a plan over there? A man, a plan, a canal, Brian
I'll
Lee.
attack with that then.
I'll take 4.
In the meantime, I snuck a secret white card
does he,
out of here, boys.
does
The
this say-
Angel of Mercy. Oh my
turn
God,
is
is
back
that
to an artifact.
Carrot Top?
So it's just a my turn.
They're gonna do us a mercy and take them out. 5 mana, please do something worth 5 mana. You're from Invasion too. The one said I have every card in. Creature Angel. When the Angel of Mercy comes into play, you gain 3 life. Cat and Sis tried to say something. Mark Ted and he must have had somebody he knew style for him. Maybe he knew Carrot Top. He was like, man, you mind if I put you on a magic card? I got a deadline crunch coming up, and I have reverse ectophasia or whatever that shit is where humans recognize faces. And so I need you standing directly in front of me so I can paint you 1-to-1.
You look at Hazel.
And then Carrot Top pulled like a funny hat out of a suitcase. Really know how to do like a Carrot Top joke. Chairman of the board. That was a movie he was in, I remember.
Oh yeah, you got the first time.
Yeah.
Is that Carrot Top, Tommy?
No, it's what's his name? Richard Simmons.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm completely fucking wrong. I was saying Carrot Top that whole time. That's Richard fucking Simmons. Tell me that's Richard Simmons, Brian. Reverse gaslight me.
It is.
You've got a solid dark me. Solid dark me, son.
Comes to play you game through though. Jesus Christ.
It's a damn uncommon from
It
Invasion.
don't do anything. I can't.
Oh,
because it
God.
don't-
Invasion was the set after the Mercadian mask block.
Create a creature taken of target.
So they
After
tried to
you can
correct how
undo it.
bad they had
Yeah,
made the
yeah.
game. Let's go back up to here where the shit made sense.
Yeah, true.
Tell you what, we're going to grab a classic white border card.
Swing?
No.
White border card, you make the magic world go round. I see 7th edition. Oh, everybody hates them. Circle of Protection green. What do you think about Circle of Protection, Brian Lee? You know, these. We used to think they were so aggravating. Because you pay a mana and you're like, oh, you've got green creatures. I guess I just won't take damage from them. Oh, it'd be a fucking shame if I were to protect myself with some sort of circle tuned towards a particular color of the spectrum. Tommy Edison wouldn't even know what the hell this card meant. See, Brian Lee's going to give us the rundown side.
Next time a green source of your.
Anything green's about to hurt you, you pay 1 mana and you're like, no. You're basically giving yourself protection from a
If it's
green
indestructible,
source.
can you still block it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It ain't unblockable.
Yeah, it's not.
It's indestructible.
It can't die from.
Yeah, it's damage.
Can't die. Just like Rod Zombie. Oh, this used to be Tommy's favorite
we
card.
probably used to-
Lava Axe.
We probably used to.
Tommy won many a game of Magic. This is when we first started playing, boys. 7th edition. It is a good card. You pay 5 red mana and do 5 damage, and it only hits a player.
The sad thing about this is that we probably played this card wrong because it says A, and I don't think we've ever actually noticed it.
Oh, I
It's
don't.
only one source.
Yeah,
That's one with 10
I thought
creatures.
that. Isn't that how? Did we not do that? Did we just tap it once and we're like, green can never hurt me?
Yeah, for doing the turn.
Time is a flat green circle of protection, Marty.
Look at that cat. Don't tell Brian, but look at that card. I think you'll like it.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Tommy knows me so well.
In the picture.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, son. It's so quaint, my heart, and it does things too.
I might want to play.
When you play it, you have to tell me, Tommy. Brian Lee, what do you think about the Staples Lava Axe? You ever won a game with a Lava Axe, Brian?
Yeah.
Tommy Gillikin has, boys. That boy's beating off Lava Axes both hands, son. The only thing that saved me was he couldn't target Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a Cat Warrior, because it only targets a player.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some shit going. 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4.
Ooh.
Once
again.
It's a vehicle 4/4.
Yeah.
When it comes into play, I get 2 little cats.
Oh, Tommy, you won me over.
I can find my
Brian, I'm sorry, but unless you've got cool little cats, of course, what are you playing? You still playing squirrels?
Yeah, I'm still playing squirrels.
You got any good squirrels?
Not really.
2 of these
Squirrel
fuckers.
Warriors?
No.
Did what is his name? Jolly Jack design any of your cards? Does he still do his
It's a 3/5.
webcomic?
God damn.
Sequential Art, I think it was
God
called.
damn.
You'd be surprised. I don't keep up with all those old webcomics as much. Son, VG Cats broke my fucking heart, boys. Just like the Lava Axe man. He's like, I'm doing cool,
3, 5.
like metal magic.
I will attack with my
He's got like a cool style. What do you think he keeps in that little
It's an
pouch right there?
artifact.
Soothing balm for his fingers.
Still got something.
Yeah, but this
Son,
is
he's
haste.
like, I'm not
Oh,
immune
does it?
to
Yeah.
the fire of the Lava Axe as well. It cuts both ways.
I will attack with those
And,
2.
you know, if you've got a ability that redirects it.
Yeah.
Fork.
When he attacks,
Fork
I
your lava
copy a
axe. So
token.
you better not fork a lava axe onto the
Create a token.
table.
That's a copy of the token. So I just get another token.
Oh, this is such a good time. Oh, I see Judgment.
four
Oh,
fours.
God, cards. Brian, stop those cards from falling on the floor. Thank you, Brian Lee. You're a saint.
You gonna block or?
Nope.
You going to block, Brian, or you chicken?
I'll take 8.
All right. I can't buff anything right now.
It
So.
don't matter.
How much life you got now, Brian Lee? You can tell me. I'm cool.
28.
Okay. And Tommy's at?
40.
40's for
Son. He poured
yeah.
out a 40. Okay, what did I grab? A judgment card. So it was Odyssey, Torment, and Judgment. Was that the sets, I think? The Shield Mage Advocate. Which one's the Advocate? This must be the Shield Mage because he's shielding him. This guy's advocated for him. He's like, rah, rah, reeled. Stop him with a shield. Rah, rah, ras. Stop him with another shield. And this guy's like, man, you got to shut the hell up. I'm trying to focus, man. All Crocus. Look at this secret signature in the corner. I could solve a Resident Evil Code Veronica puzzle. Yeah, you know it's Judgment because the scales. Son of the Children of the Corn and the Worm competition come to mind. Okay, you're a cleric for 3 mana. Return target card in an opponent's graveyard to his or her hand. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn by a source of your choice. This is like a guy worse circle of protection. Here's a worse circle of protection as a shitty creature, Brian. What would it take for you to put that in your deck, son? You'd have to be in a scrape to be like, I guess I'll put this terrible fucking Shield Master General or whatever the hell he's called in my deck.
I'm going to draw 2 from that. I forgot to draw it before you killed it.
Did you play Pot of Greed? Because nobody knows what that does, Tommy. Oh, red and green. Yeah, red and green is so satisfying. It's like the most satisfying color combination in Magic because you just pump out powerful fucking creatures, son. Like Miri Cat Warrior counts as a Cat Warrior when you put a bunch of buffs on her. Not that I would have a deck based like that or anything. Okay, who drew this before I cast it aside? Christopher Molier. Okay. He's doing it. What is this little hand slave you got here all of a sudden? He's like, in case my beard gets in the way and I have to sacrifice it. Man, you need to watch out. You need a shield behind you too, son. Times tough in Magic Gathering world. Okay. White border cards. There's some lands. We could look at it. Just a basic ass land, boys. Look in amazement at this swamp. That's a swamp. It'd be discouraging to have to walk through that. I'd probably take my shoes and socks off and just go barefoot. If you had to walk through this swamp, Brian, would you take your shoes off first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't pray. I don't blame you. Even chest waders would be dangerous. It's Mercadian Mask. I love when they changed from tap to get 1 mana to just the fucking Punisher logo. You know, if it's a swamp. Yeah. Rob Alexander knows. He's like, hell yeah. The Punisher's going to come out of that mist, son. You're going to get lit up.
How do you have 7 mana and nothing to play?
I do. I have too many things
Let's
to play.
Look at Tommy's hand. Tommy, show me the card you want to play the most.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8. He's going to cost 5. I'll bring him back in there with 5.
No.
Commander Raccoon Justice. My name is Commander Raccoon T. Justice, and you will address me as such. Boy.
Cultivate.
You mess of squirrels or
cards,
a mess of trouble, boy. I should have picked a different word. Oh, I didn't even... Oh, I did look at that swamp. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, got a star. The star was like this little pack that had like cards to try to teach you how to play one like pre-scripted game. Nature's Lore. This guy knows some shit about nature. He's like, I only fill up the bottom of the card. He's like the opposite of the Mystery of the Druids guy. He's much chiller. Oh, what's green? 2 green mana. Oh yeah, they had to like make it big and bold. It's like it was for geriatrics. Son, just put another forest in play. Every seed planted is another lesson the forest can teach us. Is that right, Alan Rainbow-Witz? The secret of the forest is that fairies sometimes just kill you. Like in the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, Tommy, sometimes the fairies just fucked you up.
Fairies are assholes.
It's just like Ishizuki Reviewers, where they make you pay to get in there, and then they measure your deck, and they're like, well, you can't fuck any of us, son. You tear us in half. Boys, you crazy. Get that angel boy, in quotation marks, out of here. Oh, I see some old-ass fucking cards. Here we go. We're getting to the deep lore. This is when I first started buying Magic cards, because it's Mirage. The Flame Elemental. This guy knows what's up. He could be like Ifrit. You give him like some horns and make him slightly more doggish. You got an Ifrit. If you get summoned to do AoE fire damage 1 time and then disappear after an elaborate animation, you might be Ifrit. Summon Elemental Power. If I were to tap him and pay a red mana and sacrifice him, he deals damage. He deals an amount of damage equal to its power to target creature.
Bye-bye.
Richard Kane Ferguson. You know he's related to that Bobby Beard Ferguson from regular show, Tommy. Brian Lee, look at this old ass Mirage card in despair.
That it?
Ifrit. Brian Lee's looking at Ifrit. I'm sure there's an Ifrit card in the Magic Final Fantasy. I didn't even mention that we're sitting here doing this because we're going this evening to the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering pre-release sealed booster tournament. Damn, they need to shorten that fucking title, man. Back in the day, Brian, you'd put that card in your deck, you'd make him big.
And then you destroy.
Oh, it only does damage to a creature.
Yeah. That's
Man,
what
I hyped this fucking guy up to the real Ifrit. You're not my real Ifrit. My Shiva thinks I'm cool. Oh, look at this.
A little wandering imitator thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Angelic Renewal. Sometimes an angel just has to come down and hug you and be like, dear, you need to get a haircut or learn how to put your hair in braids and buns. Braids and buns, my dear. That's the renewal. I'm going to renew your style. From drab to fab with nothing but plains. I guess not really, because you could pay that one with any other color.
That in the play.
Enchantment. This is Weatherlight. That was the name of a saga and a ship that at one point had Gerard on it. And if Gerard was there, it means Mary Cat Warrior counts as a Cat Warrior was there because she had a huge crush on him and he was a huge fucking loser. And I'm not bitter about it. Him and Irontail Fratley. Go fucking pound sand. I don't care. Okay, if any creature are put into your graveyard from play, you may bury Angelic Renewal. That's what they used to call like sacrificing, was you buried it and put one of those creatures into play. Weatherlight, Brian. You got any Weatherlight cards?
No, I don't.
It's a cool book. Do you agree that lady needs to learn how to like put her hair in a bun or something, man? I mean, it's a liability at some point. We'll look
You're
away
right
as
about
Brian
that.
coughs. See, Brian knows about OSHA mandates.
Alright, I'm gonna attack with that enchantment.
You're attacking with an enchantment. I look away for 1 second, and they change all the rules, man. They change all the rules.
Yakety schmackety.
Yakety schmackety doo.
Attack with him.
Look at this
20 low.
hell hedge run, hard on collider.
And I'm done.
Do you agree that when they turn on the large hard on collider, Tommy, that we jump universes
We did.
to the big dicks universe? Here we go. This is classic blue right here. Dabba dee dabba da. Yeah, we got more Mirage. Ray of Command. I like to think that's this person's name. I am
Kinda
Ray
messed
of
up.
Command.
I wanna do that first,
Come
so I
I
can
cannot
counter.
focus on me
But
and my magic prowess.
Get the counter first.
This guy's had a bad fucking day. This could be a Stephen Grommell painting if it was more scritchety and black and white, and there's like
Now the army begins.
moons and planets in the background. See, Magic used to have cool fucking art, man. It used to be fucking crazy.
1/1 squirrels.
Instant.
And then everything
Untap target
gets
creature and opponent
negative
controls it, gain control of it until end of turn. That creature is unaffected by summoning sickness.
Spiders I have.
And the
2,
tooth
3,
gum disease known as
Everything
summoning
gets negative,
sickness.
negative.
Just mine or all yours?
I love the term
Squirrels.
summoning
It does
sickness.
Everything but squirrels, insects,
It reminds me
spiders.
of
I said they're immune to it.
Yep.
people getting blasted to the next dimension in early Dragon Ball Z English dub.
Back next
Heal.
year.
So you could pay 4 mana at
Exile
instant
them or-
speed and just
It
take
just
one of your
puts it-
opponent's
oh,
creatures.
okay.
You're like, oh, you're attacking me? I guess I'll steal one of your creatures. Look at this card, Brian. I think this is a good card. For 4 mana at instant speed.
Brian killed all your cats, but
Oh, well, they're not mine. They weren't Cat Warriors. They didn't count as Cat Warriors.
they were cats.
Tommy, what do you think about this busted blue card?
Sorry.
He didn't even, he
God,
doesn't
they are
know what the hell
smallest
this card
dice in the
do.
world. Holy shit.
J of Command would have
crazy,
gotten
dude.
more respect.
I didn't think they were that
He
smart.
knows more obscure Italian horror
At the
movies.
end of turn, I'm gonna
Speaking
top
of
it.
Italian
I'm
horror
gonna get
movies,
two
let's
more.
grab a black card.
So I
Here we
got
go. I see
4
an
squirrels.
uncommon from
That are 2/2s
Torment.
because of this guy.
Torment.
Oh, is it normally
The
one
Chandler's
one?
Eat It,
They
son.
normally
He's
one.
like, can I be any more ebony? Is that like you're killing some
You're not
sort of
gonna attack?
goat, centaur, deer monster? Look at the art of this card. Look at the strange creature he's slaughtering. It's like a
Target- yeah, target
it's like a
player's
centaur, but also it's still mostly deer goat.
I gained 3 life.
Like a deer goat cowboy. What the hell does it even do? We couldn't even make it down there. 2 mana for sorcery.
How do I get to
Target player sacrifices creature 7. Jesus. I guess way late in the game you could be like, you forgot about my Chandler's Eat It, boy. You're in a whole mess of trouble, boy.
All right.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was a fun card. See, Tommy agrees that it was fun.
They're
It
just
lasted.
creatures. That's it.
Yeah.
Brian
that's
seems to
creatures.
be on the rebound, Brian. Are you making a great comeback?
I'm trying to.
That's all we could hope.
Yeah,
Look at
I
them
know,
cool
right?
split lands, son. You got any split lands, Tommy? That's your knee.
No, on me.
I thought your knee was split land corn. I see a lot of mana symbols on this one, so I'm going to pull it up. The Cabal Ritual. That's another
Lands
Torment
Farm.
black card
Yep.
too. Oh, this is Dark Ritual, but it costs one
But
more.
It depends on what it says on the card, because some of them.
Advanced Dark Ritual, Brian. Now, Dark Ritual's still better because you can play it on turn one, but that's not a bad card. Brian's praising it like a fine wine, son. Look at that class, son. Do you detect hints of Urza's Destiny?
Yeah,
10, 11.
I detect hints of
it's not a bad card.
green. It does have
Yeah,
hints of green
threshold.
because it generates mana. Look at this thing, man. That's crazy. This guy's like, whoa, man, you invited me over. I didn't know you had crazy magic cups, man. Is that V for fucking Vendetta in the background, man? Is it November 5th already? Each syllable chills your veins. Each word rattles your mind. Cabal Patriarch, son. Greg and Tim Heidelbrandt. They work together, son. Go Team Heidelbrandt.
Treasure tokens.
God bless them, son. God bless them. Okay, we need something to cleanse our palate. What have we not seen recently? We haven't seen a good green card in a while. Or no, an artifact. Oh, I see a flask. When I see a flask, I know it's Urza's
Alright.
Destiny.
The first spell I cast each turn
Thran
that mana from a
Dynamo.
treasure
4
token
mana
is
for
spent
this
to
here
cast.
turbine engine.
Use these. Oops.
Add 3 colorless mana to your mana pool. Well, I mean, I guess
treasures.
late in the game. Urza's Matathran children were conceived, birthed, and nurtured by an integrated system of mechanics. Ron Spears. He's like, hell yeah. Oh, wait, that's Rod. I'm getting my made-up characters confused. What a boring card.
Until I find one, a permanent
Here.
that's less costing of the next
Yeah.
spell, and then I put it
Yeah, I got you.
into play.
Look at this here
So I
Yoshin
played
soldier.
that thing.
He looks like a
I got
Morrowind
more
character
10
wearing
permanents
full
to send it,
10,
the
son.
King of the Cat I got the city's blessing.
Son, the city of Townsville is like, Tommy, for your contributions, you can play magic cards.
Unfortunately.
You can't beat up a big monster because you're not the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah, you have City Blessing.
If we were the Powerpuff Girls, Tommy would be Buttercup.
Yes.
Brian, would you be Blossom or Bubbles if we were the Powerpuff Girls? So I'm Blossom. You know what? It's fine. Blossom was my favorite anyway, son. Max Gilardi. I bet he'd approve. I got Glow Era, that insistent line.
Then I'll start milling.
What do you do?
You don't mill.
Oh, you have
No,
vigilance. You're
you
like Mary
flip over
Cat
the
Warrior.
top
It counts
of
as a
the
Cat
cards.
Warrior.
That's
Son.
what
The
casts
first
it.
thing is
Drawn
when you cast
by
it- when you cast the spell, exile cards from the top
Luca
of your library until
Zontini.
exile
Are you
a
going to teach us
non-land
Haman
that costs
breathing?
less.
See? Just so for comparison, in case you kids forgot.
Land.
I got
Like,
these.
attacking does not cause myriad attack. Oh, Darren Batter.
Jesus, I'm glad I got rid of these.
God bless your heart, son. God bless your
He's
heart
nice, but
for ruining teenage me.
he taunted.
Okay. That guy's not
Alright.
bad.
So I have 1, 2,
What
3,
am I looking at here? What am I seeing?
Nope, now I got 4.
Ooh. The Sapphire Charm.
Yeah,
I see. It's like a advanced dream catcher, son. It catches other people's dreams, and then you can hold them hostage. So we got us a Mirage. Choose one. Target player draws a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That's convenient. Or target creature an opponent controls phases out. Do you remember phasing, Brian? It's like the creature left play and then end of turn, or
No, it comes right back.
oh,
It leaves play, so phasing.
Phasing,
Yeah,
that's nice.
it's not end of turn no more. It's
would you
like
put this
it's-
card in your phasing deck, Brian? The stern eyebrows of seeing an old ass card.
Yeah, like
Next turn's upkeep, Brian. You've got to keep up with this
Ooh,
shit.
that's the beginning.
That's why I like to play Magic on a computer box. It knows the rules
Oh yeah.
that I can never memorize.
on
The
your
game
turn, too?
Yeah,
state.
you get an insert.
All right, I'm done.
I like to imagine somebody's watching this in the future and keeping track of y'all's game instead of my rambling nonsense. Because they've been doing a good job of narrating what's going on. I appreciate that about y'all. It makes me seem like less of a crazy person that I'm in here talking. That's a lot of mountains. Do we have to bring our own mana to this thing? Because I've got a shitload of it. Oh shit! A classic creature appeared during my mana question. The Prodigal Sorcerer. Some would call me Tim. Don't look at my mole. Austin Powers can't help himself, son. You tap him and he just deals 1 damage, son. Every turn. 1 damage. The Institute Arcane. So Douglas Schuller. I hope you're doing all right. They've changed the way this guy looks later, but this is classic Magic right here, boys. What do you think about my classic Prodigal Sorcerer, Brian Lee? You can be honest.
It's a good card.
See, I appreciate that you lied to me.
It's Uncle Tim.
Oh, see, Brian knows too. Monty Python, everybody clapped. Let's look at an island since we're just saw a blue card. This is a crescent-shaped island that you could probably call Crescent Island, like many Final Fantasies do. Oh yeah, Invasion. There's that big blue mana. Daryl Ritchie, son. He was like, hot damn, boys, I'm drawing a crescent island. You can see one bird.
Your mistake was I had a big hand.
Oh, is that a little rainbow in the waterfall? I can't, the camera can't focus on it. It's like a reverse double rainbow. It's a Uno rainbow. What do you think they get up to on these little... I bet there's a Korok seed over there, and there's probably a shrine hidden behind that waterfall, I'd imagine, son. If you had a Sheikah sensor, it'd be going doop, 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 doop. That's the noise they make. You were like, was that the duck hunt dog? Okay. Pacifism. Is that, what was this? Chroma? What was her name? The angel? She had, Brian would know her name.
Maybe.
Was her name a Chroma or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's still around too.
Oh, well, shit, son. She hangs out with a Johnny Goldmane or something, a Johnny Vengeance son, on the weekends when he gets into the Jägermeister. Pacifism. This guy's like, please, you must kill my enemy. And she's like, no, I'm going to be like Gohan and not fight unless the enemy shits out little clones of themselves to beat everybody up, and then a robot man's head gets stamped on, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I never watched the anime. Okay, you cost 2 mana. Oh, it's just a classic enchantment that makes people mad because the creature can't attack or block, and that's something you want your creature to be able to do, man.
When I go to casting.
Ooh.
Creature spells.
The Fountain of Youth costs nothing, son. Pants de Leon knows all about it. He's like, why get the Philosopher's Stone when you can milk the Fountain of Youth for 3? Oh, this is how I'm Pants de Leon, and this is how I speak. So you can pay 2 and gain a life. Fountain stood in the town square for centuries, but only pigeons knew its secret. The god feathers, or good feathers, the worst Animaniacs skit. Daniel Gallon. He's like, yeah, it's some like vaguely cat shaped. Well, 2 of them are cat shaped. I don't know what's this guy's problem on the end. He's like some sort of salamander ape. Not the worst card.
Wish you had an
The
enchantment.
board state advances. Every time I look over there, there's so many cards in play.
Alright, so he's gonna cost 7 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is your commander being killed multiple
Yeah,
times?
Brian keeps killing my little raccoon.
Why, Brian?
Eating all my cat food.
Show me your cutest squirrel to regain my favor.
I mean, Hazel's kind of cute, I guess.
Do you have a Hazel I've heard of recently? I've been made aware of by a good friend. Oh, Brian Lee's just handing us. Is this your commander?
Yeah.
It's very glossy and foil. Hazel of the Root Bloom. That is a cute squirrel. I like that she's got like a siren head alarm flower stalk.
2.
And everybody pays good attention, especially that mouse over there. He's seen some shit. He's like, I knew I shouldn't have dropped 2 milliliters of PCV for this. Squirrel Druid. She does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
May all your caches be full of these nuts. May all of your cheeks be packed with nuts, is what she tells the congregation.
2.
And they all stand up and clap. And then scurry away to a knothole, looking for Sally Acorn. Such good Sadie M jokes. Sadie M and Magic the Gathering, they're from somewhat similar time periods in my
Using a
life.
big
They're just
score
separated by a few years.
As an additional cast.
Oh, I remember
discard
these.
card.
Yeah.
It's one of the good things I liked about Nemesis.
'Cause you don't have any fucking
Seal of
chances.
Doom,
I'm not
so
destroying mine.
you're basically putting a
Draw
spell
2
on
cards,
layaway.
create 2 treasure tokens.
Nice.
So this is like the card Terror or Murder or whatever, but you lay it down and then later you can just sack it. Do you remember these, Brian? They were one of the only good parts of Nemesis.
Yeah.
The seals.
Yeah.
There was a disenchant one in red that I used to like to use because enchantments and artifacts pissed me off when they were used against me. When they're used against me, my hand's going numb. They held this camera so long.
The print on that card is horrible.
This is how they used to look, son.
No, man, like the side of it, the border where it got printed on the thing, it ain't straight.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy.
Well, you can't expect them to put effort into it, Brian. They're a little mom and pop start up there, Wizard Coast back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now they're part of like a Hasbro or something. I don't know. We've seen this guy's name before. She's like, "Don't break the seal," and he's like, "I'm gonna."
So,
I'm gonna
if he now costs 7, would that mean it's 7 or less for that thing?
pay
I'm
less.
paying 7 to cast
that
it.
won't trigger that.
We're peeping
Well, if
through
I use
with
treasure
overhead view because a man's got to do what
Yeah,
a
it
man's
might
got to
be.
do. But
I didn't
Brian,
know if it was what's printed on the card or
Yeah,
what's
it's
to
called
Tom,
cast.
back
No,
of
it's
Tommy's
printed on the
ear.
card.
You can tell how he's doing by how red the back of his ear is. Son,
Yeah,
he's like a
so no,
boss in an old
possibly.
video game, son. Okay, we're gonna
That's
dig
the
in where we
Excel
just
card from the
unearthed
top
a
of your library
slot.
until you saw a non-land card that
Hey
costs
there.
less.
Oh, it might be 7.
Trenching steed.
Well, we're going to pretend
That thing is big. Look at that guy. Has he got like a rifle? 4 mana. Oh god, prophecy. Oh, we finally found a rebel. The Glottal Air. Sacrifice a land to give it +0/+3 until end of turn.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. Oh, Greg and Tim team back up
One mana,
to draw this terrible
open.
creature. Look at how terrible this card is, Brian. You might go blind. You either have to shit or go blind, or your only choices when you look at a card like that. He's discouraged, boys. I'm sorry I had put that on you, Brian. I shouldn't have done it.
Well, let's have some
I
fun.
need to find a good card. Name a color, Brian, and I'll find you a card of that color. Oh, I think you should find a green card, Ben. Okay, Brian, just because you asked in such a quaint voice that I've never heard before. Let's see. Green, green, green.
Fuck it, cat.
Mr. Green, Mr. Green. The Spitting Gorna. 5 mana for a 3/4 that has reach and morphs. Reach and it's like an anteater. He grabbed like a seagull out of the air or something. Jesus, there's like a
And I actually put 3
pole
counters.
arm in the background.
I'll put it on this.
Is this somebody's house? Look at those awful arm appendages. This thing is terrible. Here's the card I pulled to make you feel better, Brian, and it didn't do a very good job, and I apologize.
So I'm attacking with a 3 4/4s,
Yeah.
2/1. They all have trample, by the way.
Let's see. Let's look
Actually,
for
hold on,
something
hold on.
good. Let's be
Whenever
more
he attacks,
particular about the
Each
cards
creature
we
you control-
examine.
These are 5/5, sorry.
I can already
And
tell that
trample.
you're not a good
And
card.
indestructible, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
He is a.
I get it. I get it. They're all white. Son, Chris Rock.
3, sorry.
Chris Rock. Okay, this card looks like the art is at least
And 8,
interesting.
7.
Honorable Scout.
1,
He gets all up in your face.
4,
He doesn't care if you're Phyrexian.
3, 3.
He's like, what the hell does that mean?
Jesus.
We got a name for guys like you around here, and it's Corpse. And then I create. I like his kilt. This guy's got like a
They all have
much
trample.
different sword
has
though. Okay, what do you do, buddy?
Well,
Oh, plain shift.
These do.
That's set after invasion, but before apocalypse.
Attack
Yeah.
power.
Creature soldier. When Honorable Scout comes into play, you gain 2 life for each black and or red creature target opponent controls, because white is the elemental opposite of black and red. Plain shift played into the like
I think I have.
solidarity versions of the colors.
No,
I faced your kind before. This time, I got to read it more in a Charleston Heston voice, son. I faced your kind before. This time I'm ready for you. Get your gangly sword arms off me, you damn dirty Phyrexian. I'm free balling under here, son. My nuts swing with liberty. Every swing I take, I only need 1 metal shoulder pad for you, punk. Oh, y'all done who won?
Tommy.
I swang for about 30.
Swang Rang Redemption. Tommy understands. Son Brian understands. At the delicatessen where everybody eats. All right, Brian, this is all the cards I just looked at and spoke nonsense about. You got to give me a quick yay or nay for each of them. This is the finale. Here, let me get an overhead view of you so we'll know what you're looking at.
Oh God.
I'm leaning on you, bro. I'm gonna whisper in your ear, Brian Lee. What do you think about these magic cards?
That's a yay. Yay.
Boys, it's a tough cut. It's a tough cut.
Nay. Nay.
The basic,
Yay.
you don't like Crescent Island, boys. It hurts my heart.
It hurts your heart.
Yeah.
Fuck islands. You know why? Because they produce blue mana.
He knows he's a certified doctor.
That's a really good card.
Oh no, I thought it was awful. I'm bad at the game.
That is.
Well, it is Urza's Destiny.
It's like a $50 card
Urza's Destiny.
or something. Yay.
You can pump out mana.
Yay.
Son, now there's the good card. No, what? That's a card's fucking busted, man. Read what that fucking card does.
Untap target creature opponent controls. You gain control of until end of turn. That creature is
Unaffected by summoning sickness.
Tap that creature.
It's instant, Brian. How many cards at instant speed let you snake? I got him, boys. I'm the ray of command, son. Brian Lee was my puppet.
Yay.
What if you
Brian Lee was my puppet.
What if you ain't got no creatures to use it on though?
Well, that's, yeah, every card has a, but what if the exact thing that fucks that card over happens? Golly. What if you don't draw any lands to cast?
Everybody's got a level lava.
Oh, lava act. No, you put the swamp over there.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, you said you like green black. That's right.
Gotta have
You've
farm.
been thunderclapped. That gets its own category.
It's horrible.
Look, remember Mercenaries and Rebels, Brian? Did you ever have a Lynn Civi?
I think so.
Chris Mage, son, Undertale time.
Look at liver.
Brian's about to be a rude buster when he sorts that card, son.
Son, they brought back Lightning Bolt
Yeah.
Lightning Bolt.
and Dark Ritual.
6 fucking mana. It's good enough for Brian Lee. Metal Gear.
Oh god, that's Jesus Christ, hell yeah.
Apparently, see, that's the card you store your creatures, Brian, and then when you blow up hell with a Rage Geki, you can put them all back into play. Son.
That is
Oh no, what card was it? We have to know. Oh, that terrible fucking Mercane ass. Look at that awful
Shitty
elephant.
artifact.
yeah, that's horrible.
That elephant shouldn't be in the game. I don't care if Jack Slater can point at it to distract my
It's not
boss
the word.
before a fart bomb goes off in a tar pit. It's just a bad elephant. Your love is
hell?
like bad elephants. Bad elephants. I don't want. That's the Iron Man armor. You don't like how everybody hated the Iron Man armor. That's a good card.
I just want to draft a jumbo cactuar and a piece of equipment that gives it training.
Is that your most wanted card from the Final Fantasy, son?
Oh, well, the draft I guess we're doing, yeah.
Okay. What's the card from the... Oh, Brian's almost done. That's Urza Saga, boys. Don't even... Yeah, I was going to say that damn card. Those guys think they're cool, but they just show up when there's an earthquake. There's the man who's so ponderous and dispersing.
It's either going to be
Oh, Brian Lee, how dare you.
jumbo cactuar or Shaz's chocobo.
Shaz specifically, son. Not Boko. Hashtag Bokos.
Boko's like a combo.
What
card.
about Bobby Corwin?
Who the hell's Bob Corwin?
From Final Fantasy 9 at the Black Mage Village. They have their own
Bob
chocobo.
Corwin.
Yeah, son. You know he's in the game.
He's not.
Oh.
Boko is. They got from Final Fantasy 9. They use Choka, the hot and cold mini game chocobo.
Of course.
Of course, I want to get all of them because the building a bird chocobo deck looks really fun.
Choco Bird.
There's a lot of cohesion between the cards.
Choco Bird Cohesion. Is that Delta from Shadow Garden I saw on Brian Lee's? Oh no.
But Shaz's
Yeah, show's
chocobo is it's a 1/1 for 1 mana, and it has landfall whenever you play a land. It gets +1/+1 counter on it.
That seems really
So if
good.
you get it first turn, he's going to be a threat pretty quick.
I'm hoping to get at least one Freya Crescent, who counts as a rat soldier.
Probably will.
Yeah, because if either of y'all get one, I'm going to get it from you, son. I call Manifest Destiny. I call Rat Wife Destiny, son.
I'll have to use it in my deck and kill you with it so you can be extra hurt.
It's true. I die in real
You would
life.
just you're like, you'd have 100 creatures block, you're like, just kill me.
Oh, I would, son. If your Rat Wife dies in the game, you die for real, son. So we're sitting across from Tommy. He's opening his cards. I'm about to open mine, son. I'm about to open mine. I'm doing this very avant-garde, son. Michael Myers style. Oh, behave. Just tear her open, son. Garland's here to knock us all down, boys. And there's the Warriors. Son, it makes its own little diorama. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. If I could get inside of it. Luckily, we got Dr. Pepper empowering us, son. 2 hits on Garland. Well, look at this cool die you get, man. Look at this cool die. Garland's power won't let me see it.
A different die?
Purple and black, yeah. Here's the king. He's like, the crystals are good shit, y'all. The crystals are good shit. I should have sat this up earlier, but I didn't realize it was going to immediately start. Oh, God. This is going to be the best video I've ever made, Tommy. I promise. I promise.
Got something fancy.
That's all you could really hope for.
Art series.
So yeah, there's this.
Delivery note. Awesome. Yeah, there's like art cards like this one. I didn't see one of Freya before.
Oh, well, of
I
course
think
not.
it's always the rares.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to show Freya that much love, unfortunately. All right, we can move you over right now. We'll use you to hold up for Tommy. Okay. I got Genova, the Ancient Calamity, as my promo card.
Is that a green black?
Yeah. Brian Lee would approve. Every little touch makes this camera fly. I don't think I'm going to be able to open my boosters the way I wanted to, son. The good times. I've killed them. A good time will be had by all. Okay, so there's that. We've got this little thing here that has a more advanced garland on it. Advanced garlands and dragons. All right, Genova, you set to the side for a second. The Calamity. Oh, no, I'm not worried about that. Okay, let's see if I can do this without bothering anybody other than Tommy. Let's see what's in our very first booster. You got a Freya yet, Tommy?
I haven't looked at any of them yet.
Oh, you've just opened them first. That's a good idea. Tommy's got the right idea. I got a wizard token.
Oh, hell yeah. I got Bahamut.
It only wants to focus on Tommy. Oh, and everything else is backwards.
Look at that card.
The fat chocobo. He's like, I dare say. How dare you summon me into your party, you
Definitely
fiend.
white.
Here we go. Now I won't want to focus on fucking Tommy the whole time. And here's Garland to knock us all down. Let me see. Brian Lee is to my left. You can't really see him, but he just got this card.
It'll be weird. They're pretty cool.
Fart series. More like fart series. James Rolfe strikes at the worst time.
Oh, nice.
Sage Nothless does all this. I'm not going to like super go into every card while I'm sitting here. There's the weapons vendor. God bless him. Haste magic, says Cloud Strife. Double time. Oh, the heck dies. He'll drain your mana, son. He'll drain your mana, which he does by making you discard cards. It's very flavorful.
Keep in mind, trash cans are here in the middle. If you're going to step over somebody to see them on the team.
There we go. I learned about garbage. And speaking of which, nah. Oh God, he has his different forms, son. Vincent's Limit Break, Tommy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We got the final boss of Final Fantasy III, the Cloud of Darkness. I'm not really paying attention to what they do because I'm just. Oh. Hell yeah! I got the gold saucer. Evil. There's X-Death. He's yelling at Galef, son. Ultimacia, of course. Ninja Blades. This is from Final Fantasy 14. Son, fancy.
One of those cards that are different cards.
Retrieve the Esper. That's either Vix or Wedge or Biggs if you prefer his actual name. And look at this cool full art mountain. All right, there's one down. And I've tapped the camera so it'll never work again. It'll never work again. Don't forget about Genova's witnesses. Let's see what we got in pack number 2, Cloud Strife. Cloud Strife. Anything noteworthy, Tommy? Any rat waifus yet? No, yeah, I definitely don't care about Lena. You got a rat wife yet? Oh, son. I bet Tommy will want this. I got Cloud with the Ultima Weapon art card, son. Check it out, Brian. That's pretty cool. I mean, he's not a cool rat lady or anything, but he's still a pretty cool guy. I think he might have been in Soldier, or he made it all up because he's a crazy asshole. If both things are true. There's Waka doing his blitzball shot. Hey, man, you're going to be putting me in your seal tag, Lord of Mercy. We're very Final Fantasy X heavy all of a sudden. Paladins aren't. If it was the Paladin shield, you'd be set. Oh, I got the Final Fantasy 11 version of the cat trot, the Saba Tender or whatever. Yeah, this one. There is another rat. The Undercity rat, Tommy. There is another. No, it's a common. He's got the rat tail effect. If I get a Freya, I got to be red-black now, son. I've got to be red-black. Oh, there's Lunatic Pandora. You run around in that as Laguna at one point, and you can like press buttons and make things happen in the future. Auracite is 14, I believe. Oh, hey. Look at this super cool gold Dez I got.
Oh yeah, it's the old one.
Did you see that, Brian? Cool gold Dez. Son, he's like, I hate my brother Cecil so much. Ambrosia Whiteheart, so much 14. Son, hell yeah. The final days. More 14. It's very 14 heavy. That's either an either or either it ain't, boys, or either it ain't. Restores 20 MP. Oh, speak of the devil, Tommy. There you go, Brian. So this guy's cool because he sucks up damage like Coca-Cola and then doesn't die. If you can make him not die from damage. He's like a Pokemon creature. He takes damage. I got a foil Dragoon's Lance, son. Oh no, I'd lose my mind. Oh, I got Gongongo Raptor Town. It's of course red and green. Oh, I gotta get that equipped on Freya. Get Kane Highwind out of my face, son. I need a rat woman. I need a rat woman. It's like, is he cup? Do you tap the cup noodle, son?
It's in the game. I can't remember what it does. I mean, it gives you a food or something.
All right, booster 3, son. Booster 3. Nightmare booster. Treasure tokens. I bet Lock Cold does something with treasure tokens. Oh, what'd you get?
Clive.
Oh. Tommy actually likes 16, so he appreciates getting cool Ifrit
It's a
guys.
good card.
No, I understand.
Nice.
Treasure. Yeah, I assume Lock Cole hunts for these, and if you call him a burglar or a thief, he gets real mad.
He's a blue-black.
Town Greeter. This is Final Fantasy 1. It's one of the guys that's like, hey, welcome to town. Go kill the enemies. Ice magic. It's nice match. Final Fantasy 10. I see Lulu and the Moogle. I see Lulu. Hey, it's one of them little dwarves, son. You quit that job class, Viking. Lally ho, boys, lally ho. Of course. So Tommy got an instant ramen card to go with Gladio. Thunder magic is lightning, ironically. Oh, it got me another dire rat. Hell yeah. The Iron Giant. You got to kill him with mana abilities. Oh, I got like the airship from 12.
That's a really good card. It's an older set.
I don't even really recognize this, but it's the airship from 12 and it's full of art. Tommy's talking to Brian, so look, deliver him. Oh, I spoke a lot, Cole, and he's in this booster. Oh, but we need to pay more attention. If you were Stiltskin, maybe. Okay, so there's Locke. He has the same color as the rats in Bloomburrow, son. I'm imagining Locke Cole as a rat warrior, and he counts as a rat warrior. There's that thing from 13. Hell yeah. Side quest, raise a chocobo. You got your mountain chocobo and your river chocobo. From father to, oh, it's the king giving Noctis his car. He's like, don't you put a dent in it. Every dent in that car's a dent in your ass, boys. I'll have Gladio beat the dog shit. Fate of the Sun crest. That's just a foil. Hey, I got a foil full art swamp. That's cool. That's cool. All right, Brian. We'll check on Brian Lee here when I get done because I can't move this camera around very well. Here's our 4th of 6 booster packs. Yes, it is. You think I could put somebody other than Cloud on one of them? You got a long haul there. Hey, I got a Final Fantasy 9 Black Mage token, and there's a bird on the other side. I didn't realize they was double-sided.
Yeah, all the tokens.
Speaking of Choco, I got Choco Kick. This is 4. Really? 4? I figured it'd be, well, you don't really deal with Boko. Oh, Dreams of Laguna. Hell yeah. Is this the only card with Laguna on it? The Dreams of Laguna? Yeah. That's a shame because he's the man with a machine gun, son. They should have a card of his with a little musical thing that plays Man with a Machine Gun.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Magitech. But this is 15. This is the bad Magitech. Hey, that's a regular ass fighter from FF1, and he's got his sword. He's also got job select. Oh, speaking of FF9 Black Mage's son, bordered, cornered. The garbage. I got one of these things from 11, Tommy. You remember farming them? The garbage. Crossroads. This is Final Fantasy 2. I didn't think there'd be that many 2 cards. Oh, I got the diamond weapon. The diamond weapon. He dropped Scuffy's weapon. That's good. Hey, either, son. Another Final Days. I got Rama's summon card, Tommy.
Are
yeah, Ron
Yeah.
was getting a spell.
We're getting along. I'm just talking to myself like a crazy person while I open this. Oh, I got a Zaz, by the way. You mentioned him.
No, I want his choker.
Oh, Tommy doesn't care about the man. Tommy just wants the chocobo, son. Hot damn, that's a bad day to be Zaz. I got a foil Realm Reborn, Tommy. I can say Final Fantasy, Yashitaka, Insomnia.
Yep, I don't think I'm playing blue.
So none of y'all hit Rich Rat Lady, son? Damn.
Nah, I didn't get one.
I got 2 boosters left to get the Freya Miracle, son. The Freya Miracle. Rat Wife is Real 20XT6 is what it says behind Peach's Castle. Eat food to restore health. Sacrifice the stock and you gain life. Isn't that nice? I like that they introduced food as a... Okay, there's another Wonka kicking that baseball. He's like, hey, man, that not gonna be whack. Like, this is the same, like, 2 cards that other one had. I feel so cheated. I'm getting a lot of duplicates all of a sudden. Oh, here's Sephiroth when he realized his mom was like a ghost alien. Oh, no, he didn't think she was a ghost alien. He thought she was an ancient because he's a crazy person. He did turn into muscle. There's the world map. You have to cross the overworld map. Hey, the Hill Gigas. That's FF6. He shows up in Zozo, and if you ain't floating, boys, it's bad. Hey, I got Barrett Wallace. Not the red uncommon legend I wanted, but...
Yeah, he's decent.
Oh, God, I got the Anima summon from Final Fantasy X.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Omega. Oh, it's Omega from... Oh, it's not from 5. It's from... 4. No, 14. Omega, the Heartless Evolution. Crystal Frac. Oh, there's Ico and Garnet, so we got a Final Fantasy 9 card at least. Sarah from 13. Everybody cares about her. Everybody cares about her. Oh, I got a foil red, but it's not Freya. It's the Samurai's Katana, so... And then an eye. Well, this last booster is my last chance to open a Freya in this sealed sign. So let's pray. Pray for me. Sakaguchi's Ghost, please. Bless this deck with a rat tail. Make this the rat wife booster. I did get an art card. Let's see which one it is. Oh, shit. Is that another Golbez? It is. I got an additional Golbez card. Although this is a full art one, so it looks cool. Okay, come on, baby.
Requires a 5-color deck, so it's not going to be used.
So this is the guard Scorpion, but they changed his name to Scorpion Sentinel. So I'm Barry Wallace. Oh, I got a Quarrel. He's a cat
It's
beast.
really good. It's really taps thing.
Yeah, as long as they're not an enchantment.
Yeah, it's a blind creature.
The Mountain Chocobo, you can get you a mine material set. Kutub Forer, you're from 11, so but I don't remember that part of 11. Commune with Beavers, it's Gus from FF2 talking to Beavers. Oh, they went with Guy. I'm more of a Gus man. It's just like I'm Vix over Biggs. Oh, I got the airship. Fantastic.
That would be nice if I made
And it's the Final Fantasy
a
one.
little wizard deck.
Fantastic. Fantastic. If it could, how could you not focus on that? That's the only thing on the screen, this damn phone. Laughing Mad, Kefka Palazzo knows. Kefka Palazzo knows. The Imperial, oh, that's 12. Oh, well. At least it's not 14. Choco Comet. Final Fantasy Tactics. It's like Choco Meteor. Another diamond weapon. A Phoenix down. Ah, there's the Fire Crystal, but no Freya. No Freya. Damn. Oh, there's Fang. She's like the Dragoon of 13, if you
Her
care.
and the Neil combined to make a super card.
I got you. Well,
You literally use like both cards.
that's what we got. We got to build with what we got, son. It is heartbreaking. Oh, I didn't realize the card. We got to look at the backs because
Yeah, some of them are flip, do something.
this one has a Garnet and Ico, and it has Alexander. It turns into Alexander. I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, they summon Alexander. Oh, what's that? Claire and Ricia don't get to summon a creature to protect them when you're getting blown up. That's so odd. Only Alexandria. Okay, so Sarah can crystallize. I don't care enough about Final Fantasy 13 to care about that, but that's a thing that can happen. Let's see if I got any more backwards cards before I end this particular recording session. The hero can save us. Isn't that Glink that makes them YouTube videos for people to react to? Okay, so Ultimecia can transform into this thing. So I guess all the final bosses probably transform just to be flavorful. Just to be flavorful. The hero. Oh, the side quest raise a chocobo gets you a black. Oh, I see, because you combine the. That's actually flavorful, because you combine the mountain and the river to make a black chocobo that does both. You can get the HP equals or switches with MP material, so good times. Bird. Okay. Well, no rat tragedy, but we'll have to do what we can with what we got, right, Tommy?
Yes.
Tommy's doing pretty good over here. You find anything you like, Tommy?
A few things.
And here's Brian Lee. What's your best card you got, Brian Lee? You can tell me. I'm going to lose every game I play anyway.
Oh, you'll be right there with you.
Son, as long as we all lose together. Garland's going to knock us all down. So, it turns out my first opponent in this tournament is Brian Lee. You going to be kind to me, Brian?
Yeah.
I see Tommy sitting right behind you, son. Well, surprise twist, I beat Brian Lee 2-1. My MVP cards, definitely Ultimisia helped a lot. Lot Cole was quite satisfying, and Golbez surprisingly helped. And I'd say the card I got the most use out of was this one right here. Kept bringing Ultimisia back. I actually used it to bring back both Ultimisia and Golbez, so I'd say it was very flavorful for Evil Reawakening, although I don't have X-Death. I don't have X-Death. He's so mad. He's going to talk shit about Gala. All right, I lost my second game, but it didn't matter because I lost to this gentleman, and he was kind enough to trade me his one copy of Freya Crescent. So there she is, my #1 Freya. Please focus. Please focus on the rat woman. Please focus. There she is. Son. And then
I got my one raccoon back.
this absolute hero just handed me a foil Freya, son, and asked for nothing. Boys, straight to heaven when you die, son. Straight to heaven when you die. I'm telling you, we're enchanted. It's been a good evening. All right, I won that round, and then this kind gentleman was kind enough to trade me another Freya Crescent, who counts as a rat warrior, I'd like to believe. So, good time, son. We're #blessed. Tell me about what you've been up against tonight, Tommy.
Goddamn little weenie aggro decks.
Not weenie aggro, son. What kind of deck did you make?
Mine's like a mid-range late game.
Oh, look at these high-tech terms, son.
Landfall beater deck.
What colors?
It's mostly green and red with a splash of white.
What's the splash for?
Like big dominant creatures. that turn into
And you
suns.
got Clive, didn't you?
I got Clive, I got Joshua, and I got Dion. They're all the dominants from the.
The second guy I played Jill from 16.
Oh yeah,
both
I didn't
games.
get her. Yeah, she's one of them too.
All right, Brian, what have you been up against? Other than me, the first round.
Besides you, whooping my ass. I only lost one.
Am I the only one who's beat you?
Yeah.
So I'm the only one to ever defeat. I'm like that when Dexter's mom hit Dexter's dad with a snowball when he was the ultimate snowball warrior. So
That one card that transfers into two different cards.
Fang and Vanille.
Yeah.
Did you play a guy who had it?
Yeah.
With the big Afro guy?
the Afro Samurai. Take a look at the other crowd that we don't know. That we don't know. On television. I only got Ultimisia out against the second guy I played, the third and the fourth. I've never got a chance to play her. I did Transformer one time and attack once.
What does she do? Does she transform?
She becomes a 7/7 with menace, and you take an extra turn.
Time compression.
She has time compression. She loses her surveil ability though.
Well, doesn't she turn back?
No, it's
Oh,
one,
she don't- she stays
once you
back.
transform them, they stay transformed till they die.
Some of them transform.
Well, now Ultimisia, she's a huge bitch.
Last guy I played, he had a ultimate. We still going good.
If you want to, we can do whatever you want.
I mean, I don't definitely.
I would like to just hang out. So,
Red Bull did.
I mean, we just got one more game, right? Regardless of what happens. All right, the Dr. Pepper gave Tommy strength. So.
Who's undefeated?
Undefeated. Dr. Pepper.
They're gonna be like, we're best.
All right. Well, I ended up going 3-2, which isn't too bad. This was the deck. I don't know how well you can see it due to the light and the focus. But Lot Cole was good. The couple of times I got Ultimisia out was good. I even managed to transform her once. But Golbez was probably the MVP. Of course, dire rats. And I didn't mind losing, but my last opponent didn't have any copies of Freya to trade for, son. So my heart still hurts. But we did pretty good with what we got. We'll talk with Tommy and Brian here in a bit. They're still playing. This gentleman's still standing here, and there you go. All right, we're here. They're handing out prizes. Tommy got 2 boosters. Brian got 2 boosters. I got 2 boosters. How many Freyas could be inside? You never know, Brian. You never know. Here, we got to end the video on another Ajani. Double Ajani. Son, we're decompressing and kicking it at the Waffle House, son. And there's all kinds of good people here.
I thought you were supposed to get second. So
Drama.
I round 1 opponent.
Drama.
So it killed my tiebreaker, so it dropped me to 3rd. It all
Damn.
it did was
And the
make
guy
me-
I was playing against got second, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how did he get into
Cheesesteak and cheese egg breakfast, son. Waffle and breakfast side.
I saw you there get a little mad at asking.
Oh yeah. I even apologize. I'm sorry, I made that shit.
I was trying to hand you a suplex.
What are you getting, Brian? What are you getting?
6 eggs with cheese?
I saw it.
cheese
He's controlling you the whole time for the.
You're getting the what? You've said too much. Is it on this menu? Nope. Oh, Brian's knows the secret menu. How'd you learn secret menu, Brian? Huh? Drinking. Look at that non-black coffee. Boys, people losing respect for Brian Lee today. Well, I've already got 8 on the way. Okay, Tommy's opening his packs for Freyas, and I guess cards he wants.
I don't even know what I really want. Let's see. I don't know what the how many to take off the top or whatever.
I just look
There's
at
my
the
token.
cards.
Oh, okay, there's my token.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that Pokemon shit. What'd you get, Tommy? Got this.
Shiny Dark Shriner. It's one of the split lands that
Hell yeah.
our town.
Split town.
These menus out of y'all's
Shiny
way.
Rook
I'm
turret.
ready to get it started, right?
Rook turret.
Oh yeah, I got me a traveling chocobo.
Neat. Mark it,
It's not one of
baby.
the serialized ones, but I wanted it in the deck I had.
Bird.
I played the God 4 last. I had that. The traveling chocobo.
Did it cause you problems?
No.
Did it fill you with misery and choco woe?
So I got the Phantom Train to suplex.
Oh, is that an actual card? Oh, it is. Artifact creature.
It's an artifact creature, but you can't crew. You have to sacrifice.
One of
to crew it.
the guys I played the Sabin suplex in a train card, and I made the joke, oh, it's probably a picture of Sabin suplex in a train, and he was like, oh, I don't play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that card brings them back to life after.
Is that Vince's Limit Break?
Yeah.
That was one of the cards in my deck, son.
Chantoto is really good if you got a blue-red spell deck.
We'll never know.
Oh, sorry.
We're all living like, look at that Final Fantasy 14 wizard. I had a Final Fantasy 9 wizard token, and it was good shit. What you got, son? Oh, yeah. Is she one of the...
She's an 11.
But is she one of the, like, Dark Angels or whatever?
No, she's like in Withers, the one who's like always laughing and...
Okay, her.
who's supposed to cast
I don't
magic.
learn Tartar names. If it ain't Mithra, then you can go home. Brian, open one of your boosters. And try to do it with more showmanship than Tommy did, so
17. I wanted more rares.
Brian's feeling it. The waitress laughed at Brian when he gave her his order because it was like the guy from Black Dynamite's order. What you got, Brian?
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. He's hit it. Ah, here we go. Whoop. Oh, it is Bliss Ball. He's like, hey, man, I be swimming in me dungarees. Lord of mercy, that Machina. Okay. Waka. God. It's just Waka. What you got, Brian? Precious Wanderings. Oh, there's one of them little rat creature things from 11 and 14. Yeah, they interact with Freya sometimes in the fan art. Oh, look, that's the Warrior of Light cutting you down. That I thought when I first saw that card, I thought it was a Vieira, but it's not. It's just some lady.
Black Mage Road.
She's like, I'm not a Vieira. Oh yeah, there's the Heel Gigas from FF6. I had one of him.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Plant Beast. There's Radiant Returns. FF4. I didn't see a lot of FF4 cards. Oh, Renoa Hartley. Does she shoot her? She does. She has Angelo Cannon.
She summons, when she comes into play, you get the dog.
You get Angelo, yeah. There's more Waka. Hey, the Buster Sword. You a straight Buster. Is that one of the cards you wanted? Hell yeah.
One of the best ones there.
Now, how good is that card when you equip it on Freya?
It's really good on any creature. It just goes with Cloud because he's like equipped stuff.
Yeah.
What's going on? You got the Buster Sword.
He's a straight Buster, son. He did it.
Open yours then?
You two should do yours, cause I'm the anticlimax. Mine, you know, both of my boosters. You know, both of mine have a Freya in them, Tommy.
Nebraska, what's that art?
Oh, what art did you get? Show me.
Nebraska.
I got a
Oh, okay, cool.
You're good.
No, you could both open them at the same time. The crowd won't know what's happening. The crowd won't know what's happening.
Blitzball shot.
The Blitzball.
Paladin Horns. Chocobo kick's really good. Did you ever get any of those?
Choco Kick.
I hated this stupid rat with little rat tail. No offense. No.
I had two of them in my deck because I love.
Everyone who played Black had two.
I love that little rat and his rat tail. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, this is good. White one strike.
Yeah.
It's a permanent.
Oh, I know. I had to use them.
So I got one of those fancy cards.
Is it Reba McIntyre?
Search for Frozen Esper.
Oh, okay.
The scene from Fun
Oh, wow. It uses the actual graphics of the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Same thing with that one.
I got Search for the Frozen Esper. I had that card in my deck, but it was the foil regular version. I didn't know there was a cool version.
Yeah, a lot of the cards have cool versions.
Damn. I take it there was no Freyas in your booster, Brian? Was there anything good in your booster? Any rares? He got the one booster with no rare in it.
That's really
Okay.
good if you got a town deck.
Orange
Draw
Inspiration.
4 cards.
Where you at? Choco. Oh, it's Boko and Bart's. Clouser from FF5. Dude.
8 land rares.
You know, I played a guy who had Gilgamesh. He a lot happened when you played him.
I played a guy that had Sid and had Cloud.
Which Sid?
Not Sid. What's that black card? It's like transforms. I don't know. It's one of
Vincent? Valentine?
Yeah, the vampire.
Yeah, somebody blew me the fuck out with Vincent Valentine. What you got?
Rare land with the adventures on it.
Oh yeah.
That was decent. It's not as good as the blue one.
Show it to me, Brian. What are we
It
looking
gives
at?
you like one of those wizard creature tokens.
Wizard. Oh, it's Lindblom.
Yeah.
Another town in FF9 that gets attacked by a summon and doesn't get blown the fuck up. Imagine that.
Order overlay with grits. Nothing special about them grits. Order overlay with grits.
She knew it couldn't be yours because it wasn't complicated.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's
Oh, Bland Garden. Hell yeah.
So many rare lands. Oh, thank you.
Smothered and covered like your Waffle House hash browns. The Bloodhound. Toast. Is this your toast, Brian?
No, I don't know. This is much. No, it had to be mine.
It's everybody's toast. .net. Transformers, they turn into fucking lambs.
Yeah, that land's pretty good. Turns into Battleland Garden.
God, look at the condensation, son. Look at the condensation. I'm drinking me a. Oh, God, I was about to drink me a whole thing of sugar, but I'm drinking Sprite, which is almost the same thing when you think about it.
You think 7's gonna hold value? Do you think Final Fantasy 7's gonna hold value? Or Final Fantasy 7 set? Do you think it'll hold value?
Set. It's gonna drop from pre-release pricing because everything always does.
Yeah.
But there's certain cards that are gonna stay high. Like
Hang 'em
You
high.
got the.
I was over Cortel, my waffle showed up.
Yeah.
We'll look at Tommy's smothered covered hash brown side. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. That's what I told Mary Cat Warrior, who counts as a cat warrior.
Foil is insane.
You got to put jelly on that toast, Brian. He's salting them eggs. And a salt on precinct egg team.
Is that just a third of your food?
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, 'cause
Salt
I got.
and pepper.
Yeah, the funny thing is, they're gonna look at me like I'm lost my mind, but I'll eat every bit of it. I don't care.
Just to spite them, son. Just to spite them. Spite appetite, they call it. Tell me about your cheesy eggs, Brian. Maybe it's everybody's bread. It's for the peoples.
sausage, and I'm just waiting on waffles. Y'all, do you need anything else for right now?
Waffles.
Good.
I'll bring syrup.
Still more sausage. I assume that's your sausage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got 2 sausages to go with me waffle, Captain. To go with me waffle. Cheese grits. That was like a slice of cheese on some grits. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts. Brian says it counts, so he might argue with Brian Lee. And it's waffle time. Thank you, man. Guess you got a waffle there?
You guys holler if you can do anything, okay?
Coffee?
Coffee?
Yes, please.
He's a thirsty, caffeinated, or tea caffeinated man, son. Okay, I'm gonna make this waffle more edible using Waffle House whipped spread, boys. Whipped spread. Son, I saw a random stray cat. You can kind of make them out. They're very orange. They're watching us discreetly from the front of that car. Ever so discreetly. As Brian Lee regales people with tales of the past. Cat. I don't know what else to say. I'm as zoomed in as I can. If I walk over there, they'll probably run away. So we'll just have to remember the good times where we saw that cat in the Waffle House parking lot, son. It all came true in the Waffle House park. I just realized I'm filming vertically, but I guess it doesn't matter, son. That cat don't care about verticality, son. All right, here we are. We're finally back at the homestead. Things are peaceful and calm. Also, it's the next day because I got home at like 2 a.m. and I was wore out. But I have to say, overall, I had a good time at the pre-release Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Sealed Booster Tournament Extraordinary Grand Prix, son. Joey Wheeler declaring that we're a Grand Prix. And the best part is I got some vital necessary cards, son, that I couldn't get through today with. I didn't expect. I was praying I'd be able to get a hold of a Freya between me, Brian, Tommy, and just random people that I shook down in an alleyway. Son, Bruce Wayne's parents better hope they hadn't picked up any booster boxes lately. But getting a foil one was amazing. And then, of course, Freya herself got some new bling as well. She's like, is this Dragoon equipment? I need a custom card to get Kane Highwind's ass off of there, son, and put a proper Dragoon on the Dragoon's lance. Oh, I'll be building some decks, son. Foil Freya will have the foil Dragoon's lance, and then it's like the Universal lines. Well, enough of that. I have my deck laid out. Figured I could explain to y'all some of my life choices, my peer to teen Magic the Gathering life choices. But definitely the MVPs were this trio up here. You never think they'd cooperate, son. That must be a Dissidia fan fiction. But I went with blue and black. Well, the thing is, I spent so much time setting up and opening the boosters and recording it for y'all that we had 30 minutes. By the time I got done and actually went to look at what the cards do and start building a deck, I had about 5 minutes left, and I was just panicking, and I was thinking, and I was like, what is the most pain in the ass colors to deal with in Limited? And it's blue and black if you got a bunch of creature destruction, which I didn't have, unfortunately. But yeah, Golbez was good, doing a lot of milling. I tried to activate his ability every time I had spare mana at the end of my opponent's turn, son. And mostly it just destroyed lands. But then again, several of my opponents had rounds where they needed lands. I'd like to thank Golbez for it. I only got Ultimisi out in like 2 of the games, and she's really good. But in one of the games, the guy had a bunch of Death Touch creatures. Araman, the big eyeball thing, and the Demon's Gate. And it was a pain in the ass because I couldn't attack with none of this crowd. So I unlocked Cole, ready to get in there, son. Start taking some lumps. He'll fight off a fleet of Magitech armor. He's like, please don't make promises for me. Son, you're going to have to get the Phoenix Esper to resurrect me so that I can get the Phoenix Esper to resurrect Rachel. I did have a good moment. Most of the people there seemed to not really care about Final Fantasy, but one of the guys I played up against, I could tell, had played all the games because we were just making little jokes based on all the cards. And when I got Lock Cole into play, he said something to the effect of, oh yeah, he helped Terra that one time, and then that other time, and then that other time. And I immediately rebuked it with, yeah, till Celeste showed up, and then he dropped her like a sack of peeling potatoes, and the guy chuckled. And then I interjected immediately, son, while he was off guard. I hit him with, and the dude had a side chick that was in like a secret coma for years. And he busted out laughing, and that was when I won the game. I actually did win that game, son. I traded for Freya afterwards, too, and I'd like to thank Lock Cole, my close friend and personal savior. And it helps that he's the colors of the rats in Bloomborough, son. Once again, I can easily imagine him as a cool Burmesian rogue, son, or Clayron. Lot gets around. This was one of my favorite cards that I got out in most of the games. It was one of the few removal spells I had. These ones that make your opponent sacrifice a creature are nice because you can use them to get rid of indestructible creatures if you can reduce them down to just having one creature. Another cool thing is it would make this Black Mage token that is Final Fantasy 9. There's another one that was 14. It's like one of the Lalafell as a Black Mage, but no. Son, I rock old school baggy pants wizards, son. But, so yeah, that was a fun card. This card right here got a lot of play, and it was very useful, but I lost one of my final games because I didn't read it correctly. I didn't take into account the fact that the 2 horrors it creates are tapped, and I was counting on them to block on like one of the final turns. And as soon as my turn ended, I realized it, and I even said it out loud. And the guy, he said something to the effect of, well, you know, it's a new set. We don't have the cards memorized. So I appreciate him trying to spare me. So, but he didn't spare me from beating my ass. Although one of these cards in here I used to blow him out in a certain way when we get to it. This guy, I still don't know what he is because I didn't play 11 at that point. I only a couple of times got to use his top effect, but the bottom effect, I did get rid of some annoying cards that had like flashbacks, so not a bad card in limited. These were useful. These equipments, I'll talk more about what the set does when we look at the other cards I got, but this one got a lot of use as well for a rare sun. I got to cast Streams of Laguna a couple of times, and it did my heart good. I don't know if my opponents always got the fact that I refer to it as the man with the machine gun. They're like, I don't believe Magic has a machine gun in it. Checkmate. But it's nice to be able to draw cards, and it's nice to remember Laguna, Kiros, and Ward and how they're good friends, son. How they're good friends. That's a wizard. That's a rat wife. Wizards and rat wives. You'd think I wouldn't play that pen and paper RPG. All right. Retrieve the Esper. I played several times, and with its flashback as well. And when you flashback it, it's even bigger, so it was nice, and it reminded me of that time Vixen Wedge took that amnesiac magic woman and blew up a city, and we're heroes. The Guard Scorpion. Most of the games I played, I got up to like 8 lands before the game ended. I just assumed because it was limited, you'd be dead by like turn 5. So I got this out a lot, and I do appreciate that they went with the meme of Cloud telling you, but the way it's phrased in the game to attack it, and then you get beat up. I played both of these almost every game, son. Titus didn't know what the hell was happening. He still doesn't. Lulu's not even watching. So I hope Waka doesn't find out you're using his dead brother's secret sword for this nonsense. But this was very useful. Anything that draws cards is useful. I wish I had more heck dies, son. I would play this. I would try to play it when my opponent had 1 card in their hand so I could see the hurt in their eyes, but I'd also play it on turn 2, and they'd be like, damn it, I'm gonna discard this land, I guess. Gosh. Another thing is I didn't notice, because there was so much going on, this is actually a Final Fantasy II cards, because it's got a quote from Hilda. You can see down at the very bottom which FF it's specifically referencing, because this is a recurring enemy. Okay, this is the card right here, Vincent's Limit Break. Now, in actual Final Fantasy VII, Vincent has like one of the worst limit breaks, because it turns him into a mindless creature that's usually not very helpful, especially the Galleon Beast, because everything seems to absorb fire. But in the game, it was good. I used it a couple of times to save a creature, but the guy that beat me in the final round that I was talking about, he had Joshua from 16 who becomes the Phoenix, spoilers, and he had turned him into the Phoenix, and he was flying at me, he had equipped it, and it was like this huge, like 7... like 5, and I had like 6 health, and I played this for its full cost and turned my airship, which we'll get to in a second, that I had crewed with a rat that we'll get to in a second, and turned it into a 7/10 Hellmasker, and he just didn't even register. He didn't know what the hell was happening. But the moral of the story is that I was the hero, and Vincent Valentine's the one that got me there, son. Don't tell Lucretia, whose last name happens to be Crescent, not that I would have any reason to know that. Then there's this asshole. I got to play this a couple of times. I even got to flash it back a couple of times. I would make a joke when I played it to the effect of Sephiroth's mad about his mom, so I get the blah, blah, blah. And only that one guy that got the Lock Hole jokes got it, but that was all that counted, son. This was a very flavorful card, Evil Reawakened. I used it more than once to bring these 2 creatures back, son. So yeah, X-Death was looking out for his fellow final bosses, son. Okay, there's the airship. I like that it's the Final Fantasy I airship. I got a lot of use out of it because I didn't really have... I don't know if I have any other flying creatures. But, and it was easy to crew, especially when you got rats. I'm holding my camera in my hand, so as I talk, I'm like bobbing. This is... If you notice the visual quality is very different, it's because I'm now back at my desktop computer with my slightly higher quality camera. So this video was filmed on 3 different cameras. A handy cam at the beginning when I was going on about cards with Brian and Tommy playing in the background, to my terrible cell phone all throughout the event. And now that we're back here, it's this Logitech webcam. So technology. I didn't really register until I was looking at the footage later that this world map is the Final Fantasy 1 world map, son. There's Corneria and the Inner Sea, the Eye of the Hawk, the Mirage Tower, Boys Crescent, the town of Crescent Lake. It's not a bad card to have. Speaking of not bad cards to have, I got these boys out every game, and every game I loved it, son. Rat Tail, Bahamut. This card should combo with Bahamut. There should be a card called Bermuda Bahamut, and the flavor text says, "Come on, pretty grommet," and no one else but us will get it. It'll be our secret. Speaking of secret rats, here's Puck the Rat Boy, talking to one of Eevee's kids. I got several uses out of this. One guy tried to use a blue card on one of my creatures, and then I used this, and he couldn't say anything because he was already using blue. He'd already sacrificed his principal son. Even Dio would like not want to be associated with it. And it's foil. So there you go. This right here, I would get into play most games. I didn't really care about it because it's 14. I'm not a big 14 guy. And Ice Magic is nice magic. I got to cast Blizzara at least once, but for the most part, it was Blizzard spell. It was a Blizzard spell. But yeah, I just kind of threw together all the blue and black I had. There was the Anima summon, but I didn't have enough time to really like look into how it worked and what it was going to do, and it cost so much mana, I assumed I would never get it into play, so I didn't put it in the deck. So there you go. As we look at the other cards I got, I'll also explain why I didn't play the different colors that you probably were screaming at your monitor that I should play, son. That I should play. All day. Every day. Dragoon style. Dragoon style. Alright, well, right off the back, we start out with every sealed pack came with one foil rare, or I guess you could get a mythic rare. And of course, mine was Genova, which is, you know, Sephiroth's quote-unquote mom from Final Fantasy VII. But it is very flavorful that she mutates other creatures, because that was kind of her deal. She's kind of like John Carpenter's The Thing, if The Thing was a vaguely lady-looking alien. Although I assume Genova took on this form to get close to the Cetra. You crowd know the plot. Final Fantasy VII. I didn't have enough confidence or enough time to really research my black and green resources, so I didn't go with this a deck using this card, so that's why I didn't use her. Plus, she needed counters, and I was thinking it was going to be this whole ordeal where I was constantly having to worry about placing counters and blah, blah. I've been too spoiled by Magic Arena that the thought of doing anything in the paper game, I'm like, that's too much trouble. I'll just lose. I'll just lose. Speaking of which, I did get a mythic rare, you might remember. The Adamantoise. This is specifically, I assume, yeah, the FF5 version that apparently it took Conan O'Brien a week straight to beat. Very flavorful. That's a recurring enemy throughout the Final Fantasy games. You usually get adamantite from it, son. You can upgrade Squall's Gunblade. What it does is it sucks up all damage that would be dealt to you in your permanents, so not even just creatures. But unlike normal in Magic, during the cleanup phase at the end of the turn, it doesn't like remove the damage. So he has basically 20 HP. It's kind of like a Pokemon. I think I made that point yesterday when I was opening the cards. I didn't imagine any scenario where I would be able to play this guy. I mean, look at the mana cost. It's 8, and 3 of those have to be forest. And I don't even know right now if I had any kind of mana ramp. I probably had at least 1 or 2 cards, but I just assumed I would get this in my opening hand every game if it was in my deck, and I'd never get to play it, and I would just be mad. So in the few little bit of time I had left, I also passed over it. All right, next we got this cool full art of the Imperial City of Arcades. I think it's Final Fantasy 12. I don't know 12 that well. I've only really played like the first third of 12, and it didn't really draw me in. I have to actually play all the way through it someday. I wasn't playing white, so obviously I didn't use it in my deck. I don't really have to explain every card. I didn't build a deck around it, son, but I do feel guilty. So we got this foil rare, a Realm Reborn, which is what Final Fantasy XIV's relaunch was called after they made the first version and realized, oh god, we made an awful video game no one wants to play other than 10-Face Friend Tommy. He did. He played the original. God bless him. This is mana, but it costs 6 mana to cast. You gotta have mana to cast mana. So there you go. The art is okay. If I cared more about that setting and those characters, I probably care. Now this is cool. The full art foil swamp I happen to get, son. Full art lands are always cool. Which Final Fantasy are you based on? Final Fantasy 2? Swamp. Is this... Where would this... Maybe it's inside of Palamecia? Because remember there was like water in the crystalline caverns? And it was like evil because it's Palamecia, so it doesn't count as blue mana. That's what we're going with. Son, Gus would agree. Or he'd disagree. I'd have to ask a beaver. They're the only ones that can translate Gus speak. Weapons vendor. This looks like FF7 remake because of that sword. It won't focus on him because it's FF7 remake. Why are you focusing on this intentionally chosen generic background? I can't believe even with this nicer camera, I still have to deal with this nonsense. How do people have cameras that just focus? Does it just cost a lot more money than I'm able to spend? All right. It says FF7. We know it's 7 remake, but I guess in their minds, that's no difference between those, and that hurts my heart. Equipment is real big in this set, which makes sense because a lot of Final Fantasy is the cool gear you get. Son, the cool gear. Colonel, it's hard to sneak with these Ray-Bans on. I don't really have much more to say about that card. Oh yeah, here we go. The From Father to Son card. Son, Noctis's dad is giving him that car. He's like, I'm going to need you to drive 5 minutes out of town and then we're going to get bombed to hell and you're going to find out when you read a newspaper after you wake up in the inn. So there were several vehicles, including airships. So if you had a deck based around that, it would probably be pretty damn good. Oh yeah, here we go. This was a good one, son. The Choco Comet. I wish I could have played Red. I wish Red wasn't dead, baby. Red wasn't dead. There were a lot of cards that made bird tokens. Did I have any? I didn't. I eventually obtained one, but we'll get to that once I get to the end of the cards I got. But if you remember in Final Fantasy Tactics, if you had a red Chocobo, he could do Choco Meteor, and he'd do a little animation where he like lifted his wing up like a hand and like brought it down like doing an Atlanta Braves tomahawk chop and bring down a meteor. So that's pretty cool. Apparently the Chocobo deck is a fun style deck to make in this game. So cranking out them magic birds. If I did play Red, I did have the Fire Crystal. Several of my opponents, including Brian Lee, had the Wind Crystal, which helped them gain more life and was aggravating. And I think that was the... oh, somebody had the Earth Crystal. It did something like the +1/+1 counters you got were more. They were more. They were plus more. Creatures you control have haste. If I make a red deck, and I have to because Freya Crescent, who counts as a rat warrior in my heart, is a red card. This would let her tap on the turn she comes into play to spend on equipment. You know, I think equipment is important because Freya's character or the ability they gave her was to do that. Oh, the Heal Gigas. I pointed out you go to a town in FF6 called Zozo. That's like a dungeon town where you get in random battles because everybody there's a huge asshole. And you get in fights with giant Gigases, and when you defeat them, they'll cast Magnitude 8, and if you're not floating, it just destroys everybody. He should have an effect like Earthquake that destroys everybody. He did have Mountain Cycling, though. Trample and Haste. He's expensive, though, and like I said, when you're playing Limited, it's hard to play expensive cards. Mr. Dink would never do it. Haste Magic. I like that they used Cloud specifically for the Haste Magic. Remember, if you don't master materia like Time and Mystify, you'll never master the game. That's what the instruction booklet and the official player's guide said. Plus, with Hero Swing, gaze haste still in a turn. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it until your next step. That's extra hasty. Extra hasty. Makes double wasty. Alright, once again, if I'd have gone into Chocobos, I could have taken this incredibly favorable card. In FF7, you breed Chocobos, or specifically you like inbreed Chocobos that you race. You pump full of performance-enhancing Gishel Greens and make them run around in an arena in like a theme park until they become strong enough to bang and have different flavor-colored Choco babies. I think that's the official term for it. The blue one lets you walk on shallow water and lets you get the Quadra Magic Materia unless you land your airship just right and get it for free. Don't tell Sakaguchi. And the green one lets you walk over mountains, which lets you get the mine material, which is real good. And this card, so one thing, because I didn't have a lot of time, son, I got the most concessions of why I didn't win more of my games. I kept thinking, man, I don't have any damn creatures, but I didn't notice that like a lot of these enchantments and such make token creatures, and the chocobo cards are like that. And then of course, if you solve the mystery, you get the black chocobo, which is what you get if you breed a blue and green chocobo and give them the correct nut. They turn into a black chocobo, which can walk over mountains and shallow water. And there's a materia that switches your max HP and MP. It's next to Costa del Sol, actually, that you can get using the black chocobo. There you go. Also, what's his name? The guy in the hat that always beats you and it plays Tango of Tears. Joe. He rides black chocobo. Yeah, the Lunatic Pandora is like this weird giant rectangle that floats over the Earth's surface. And if it reaches a certain point, it calls down waves of monsters from the moon using like evil gravity. And that's why there's monsters in the world of FFA. It's all true. And during a Laguna dream, because those are all in the past, you play as Laguna, Kairos, and Ward, and they're running around what ends up being the Lunatic Pandora, although it's still like partially buried underground. And you're like, it's on its side, and you can like detonate certain boulders and shit. And then later in the game, when your characters go in there to try to stop it, you can find like hidden items and draw points and stuff. Son, Final Fantasy VIII. Zell Dink notes. He's like, man, who blew up all these damn rocks 100 years ago, son? Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing with the Lunatic Pandora. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Anima. It costs 6 mana. I just assumed, I was like, oh, I ain't never gonna live to see 6 mana. Boys, my father died on turn 2, and I intend to follow him. So the summons are interesting because they're a saga, which is a type of enchantment that they introduced in a previous set, where every turn the effect at the top happens, and then you advance, and then when you hit the 4th one, that happens, and then you don't do any of these anymore. And these are summons, so the whole time you do that, they're also a creature. And I guess when this runs out, they disappear, kind of like a summon from Final Fantasy. This is the awful thing that Seymour summoned. I got a card with Seymour on it, but a guy was talking, and I didn't even comment on it because it was Seymour fucking Quado, Final Fantasy X, who cares? I've never cared about this summon either. You can like unlock it in the game if you give a shit. If you give a shit. It's like, man, he loves Final Fantasy. You're like, no, he loves certain Final Fantasies, sir. Here's Zaz from 13. I don't know much about 13, but I've always heard people like this character. And he has a little chocobo that lives in his fro, his chocofro. Okay, he searches for a bird, so he's probably good in chocobo deck. That makes sense. Chocobo, we just can't catch a break, can we? God damn, I was 2 days from retirement, Chocobo. Tommy wants the card of his Chocobo. I didn't see anyone who got it during the tournament. So, what can you do? Okay, here's the little bit of some of the mana ramp I had. Could play this guy. Maybe get that turtle out. Turtle man. These things were in Final Fantasy XI, and they were horrifying because their mouth was just rows and rows of teeth. And also, they were a Final Fantasy XI enemy, which means if you didn't have a full fucking party with a healer and a tank, you were just going to get fucked up. So Final Fantasy XI was rough. Boys, Final Fantasy XI was rough. Tim Burton ass fucking monster card. Ah, the town greeter. He's like, please put me in your deck so I can tell you Corneria is the dream city. I think my camera's slightly tilted. Hold on. I'm having to like manually tilt the card and I'm bad at it. When he enters, you mill and you get a land and a town. There are several towns. I didn't really have any in my deck because, like I said, you know, panic deck. It's like a panic order at the restaurant. Panic restaurant, some would say. Son, 8-bit Eric, looking at his second monitor. Okay, Choco Kick. It is FF4, which I guess makes sense because isn't that like the only summon Rydia starts with is her Chocobo? He's got Kicker. Of course he has Kicker because he's a Choco Kicker. Okay, this is one of those cards that lets your creature directly attack their creatures, which is always good in green because your creatures tend to be big. Right, smart, big, son. Carl Childers has nothing to say about their size being relative to any other creature. What are you? Oh, it's the antlion. That means Edward's somewhere in the background hiding and being like, does anyone need a potion? I'm real good at giving out potions. Does Edward have a card in this set? I like to think so. The Blitzball shot. Why is it green? What does it do? This is just like a monstrous growth with additional trample that costs one more. You're like, yeah, it's welcome to Magic the Gathering. Everybody seems to be calling for Waka, folks. That you made that up. Is this fan fiction? Did John DiMaggio get to write his own fan fiction? He's like, bite my denim-coated ass. Making bacon pancakes. Ooh, commune with beavers. I love that Gus, who I'll always refer to as Gus, even though future revisionism has proclaimed him. I'm going to turn my light a little bit. Maybe the camera will focus better. Has proclaimed him to be named Guy. But that one time there were beavers in Final Fantasy and only one man could speak with him. Build an artifact, creature, or land, put him in your hand. I mean, that's a classic green card. That's a good card on your first turn, son. Gus wakes up in the morning and rolls over and just starts conversing with beavers, son. He's telling them stories about all the things his friends get up to, son, about how Firion can't keep away from the snake women. Diamond weapon. So this is the weapon that the planet creates that comes out of the water and just starts walking towards Midgar because the planet is sick and tired of Midgar's bullshit. So the planet's like, my light bill will be sky high, you sucking all that Mako out of me. And then the player characters attack its feet, and then even if you beat it, it just shoots a bunch of lasers and blows Rufus Shinra the hell up until Advent Children where they're like, no, Rufus Shinra didn't get blown the hell up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You crazy? I mean, it's an expensive card unless you're going through a lot of shit. And it's got a good ability, but I didn't, think I would ever get to play it. I had two, and I traded one of them for Freya Crescent. So that was a good trade. All right. Summon monsters include the fat chocobo. He's like, oh my goodness, is it not enough that I have to eat your items that you're too scared to fend? How many megalixirs must one man have? Oh, the decadence. His ability is Wark. Yeah, this is another card I didn't really read at all because I was just like, I don't think I can play green, and I just moved one. So he pumps out chocobos, and then he kerplunks, and all of them gain trample, and then you just hope you kill your opponent that turn. Any turn where all your creatures gain trample, you either kill your opponent or you lose. He's a Saga Bird, a pleasingly plump summon. So he only became a summon in Final Fantasy VII, and that's only a rare chance when you use Choco Mog materia to summon the Choco Mog that you'll get the fat chocobo, son. That's called being a chocobo. Lie around, get fat. It doesn't rhyme the same as the Garfield rap. Additional Dungareed Man's kicking underwater polo balls. Is there even a blitz ball on the screen? What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening, Waka? God, I miss Final Fantasies 1 through 9. Vector, the Imperial Capital. Hell yeah. Bannon's like, I'm going to be such an important character in the second half of the game. Totally. I might be Go-Go. I might be Go-Go. It's not Setzer's ex-girlfriend. It's me. It was me all along. Setzer. It was me all along. That was the best Go-Go joke. When I finally play Final Fantasy VI for y'all and I finally get to the Zone Eater's belly and get Go-Go, the famed mimic, in my party, I hope to God you all remember this moment, son. Vector's a bad place. That's where they took all the Espers and sucked juices out of them and made Magitech armor, and also raised Terra to be like a mindless killing machine. You're like, yeah, it happens a lot in JRPGs on 10 face, son. All right, Insomnia is the crown city of 15. That's the city that gets bombed to hell as soon as Noctis leaves to go on his boys' trip before his engagement to Luna Freya. Son, you can't make me like a game just by sneaking Freya's name into another character's name. There's even a Dragoon lady in that game. Spoiler, she's not an anthropomorphic rat woman, so dead to me. Dead to me. I ain't even reading none of that. Okay, Gongaga, the reactor town. That's where you go right after the gold saucer, and it's like blown up, and it's where Zach Fair's from, and you run into his parents, and he's like, have any of y'all seen our son? He was this like cool guy everyone liked with black hair. He was in Soldier, wore like a purple get up with like one shoulder pad and like a gauntlet. He had this big fuck off sword, man. He'd be a rude buster with that sword, and Cloud's like, man, that don't ring a bell. That sounds like some fucking loser. Ah, good times. Good times. Congo Reactor Town. I do like the Iron Giant got representation, son. Some days you feel so small, but you'll never be small at all. Because no matter what size you've been, there's an Iron Giant that lives within, son. He's big. He's right smart big. This is specifically the 15 version, so I care less about him now. I wish I hadn't known that. Son, Barrett Wallace. He's like, my arm is a gun, fool. Who said there weren't no machine guns in Final Fantasy? He's the one that inspired Laguna, son. Reach. Yeah, you try to fly over Barrett Wallace's head, he'll blow you out the fucking sky, boys. He won't even look up. When he attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures. He goes good with equipment, and Freya Crescent does too. And they're both red, legendary, uncommon, son. You know Barrett Wallace and Freya Crescent would get along because they're both cool people, son. They're both cool people. Oh, here we go. The Sabo Tender. Yeah, in Final Fantasy 11, you would find these guys as enemies in the desert. There's a NM version of them that runs around so fast that you can't actually like hit him with the ability to aggro him. NM stands for Notorious Monsters. They drop like rare equipment and they only spawn randomly, so people camp them. You're like, I know what an NM is, Uncle Tiff, damn you. But the way you got that Rapido, Saboteur Recactrot Rapido or something he was called, was you had to have one of these things aggroed on you, and when the speedy guy got near him, because of the way the game is set up, he would aggro onto you too. And apparently that's how you did it. That's what Tommy told me. This would be a really good card to get in play turn 2 if you're playing red or green like Tommy did. Son, like Tommy did. He was the only one that had courage. We might as well hold both of these up because there's 2 in a row. Warrior Sword. The job select glottal error, as I explained, mechanic was cool. I didn't know about it before going in, but whenever you play one of these artifacts that's like based on job equipment, you generate one of these, or several of them, these generic heroes that are 1/1, and this attaches to them as they come into play. And so as soon as you play this card, this person appears and is a 1/1, and so he immediately becomes a 4/3. And you have, when they the creature dies, the artifact stays into play, and then you can equip it to somebody else. Son, maybe a cool rat lady can have a cool sword when she jumps in the air. Maybe she can count as a warrior. Right? If I equip this on Freya, she'll be Freya Rat Warrior, boys. We've made the deck. But yeah, you can tell they're based on the color scheme of the original FF1 fighter. So I enjoy it, even though they went with warrior. Some folks calls him warrior. I calls him fighter. That black mage, just a little feller. No bigger squirrel. I need water. Call the mountain chocobo. We need that mine materia. So you get to search for a mountain, and you get to generate a chocobo, and the creature gets bigger when you play lands, and you can flash it. You're like, wow, that's the description, Uncle Tiffany. They're rolling up on you. Who drew that card? We can't see their name. They're too prestigious. Randy Galagos. Is that same guy that the crushed watermelons that we talked about earlier? Remember the first part of this video? This is going to be a long video. The either that is either or either ain't. So you tap it and exile it. So that's like using a either, and it gives you a blue mana. So it restores some mana. And you copy spells. I should have put this in my deck, but I just looked at 4 mana and that it tapped 4 mana, and I was like, I can't read cards. I have no time. I've been too busy spewing nonsense. I sacrificed being good at the game to entertain you all. You're like, well, then you paid a steep price for nothing. I got a second either too. Joe Dirt knows. You think Joe Dirt can't cast a magic spell? Joe Dirt's got Quadra Magic and HP to MP equipped, son. MP Turbo. He's going to summon Alexander 4 times. Laughing Mad. It invokes Dancing Mad, which is the name of Kefka's superior. Final boss music. Please focus on the crazy clown. I like that Terra is like either erupting out of his head, or who else is in this picture? Who's this down here hiding in the corner? You could tell me. You could tell me. I can't fucking see. Oh, I know what that... I finally figured out what the picture is. It's Terra in the Magitech armor with the slave crown on, from where the Empire had raised her to be a mindless soldier I mentioned earlier. And those are the Magitech soldiers that she's annihilating, because in a flashback after Terra falls through a hole in the floor before locking a bunch of chocobos save her, you have a flashback to Kefka and talking about how she like fried all these Magitech soldiers, and he was so tickled. So I saw this card get used by the guy that played red, so it must be good. Red's dead, baby. Red's dead. Yeah, red lets you draw cards, but you have to like burn to do it, son, because drawing cards is usually a blue thing. Oh no. Flavor text. Rare engine. Son, the rare engine cranked this thing out, son. Got done with Battletoads and Conquers Bad Fur Day. I can't get too mad that Thunder Magic uses lightning because it's very flavorful. I don't really have anything against lightning as a character. It's just not a character I really care about or know much about other than certain things that her creator enjoys about her. I do like her aesthetic of her outfit. It's one of those outfits that I could easily see Freya Crescent cosplaying as, and it would look really cool, son. But yeah, you just basically cast the different levels of the Thunder spell, because if you cast nothing, it's just a shock. Well, it can only target a creature, unfortunately, but you can make it the big Thunder Magic. The big rock Thunder Magic. That's what Josephine... Oh, why? I thought this camera would be better. Why did I believe such a lie? Josephine Chang. We got this cool art Rama. Kenpachi Rama-sama. If I had been playing red, he does stuff based on things, and you got wizards. If I make a black mage deck, which I would like to do once I get some more cards, he would fit real good in there, son. I am Rama the Esper. Which one are you? Your FF6 is Rama. He actually plays a plot role. He like explains why Terra went crazy and turned into a half Esper and flew off into the sky, son. And then he turns himself into Magicite. God bless him. God bless him. Oh, here we are. The Crystal Fragments. So yeah, we got Dagger and Eco, the white mages from Final Fantasy IX. It's another one that I didn't even look at the other side of it. So you play it and you can equip it, but if you have enough money to exile it, you can flip it over into being the Summon Alexander. So there's a part in Final Fantasy IX where Bahamut, who's been taken over by Kuja, the antagonist, is attacking Alexandria, like Garnet's home city, and like where the game starts. And the two of them manage to summon Alexander, and with his like mystical wings, he protects the city. And I just want to know, when Odin, the Eidolon, was throwing his fucking spear at the Clara tree, where was their magic summon? It's to save all the rat ladies. Of course. Of course. I have nothing more to say about that card. Okay. These guys, the damn Magitech infantry from 15, all I know about these guys is you would see a drop ship flying overhead very creepily, because it would wasn't like a helicopter, it was like a sci-fi drop ship, and you're like, oh, that's going to drop out a platoon of those assholes robot soldiers. And so you go in your menu and craft a magic spell, because in Final Fantasy 15, the way you craft magic spells is you suck elements out of the earth, kind of like draw magic, but worse. And then you combine it in your inventory, and you can mix items into it to give it different effects, and then it makes a limited number of like magic grenades that Noctis can throw. And the problem is, if you use them in a regular battle, your boys that you can't control because you're playing Final Fantasy 15 when it fucking came out and they hadn't patched that shit yet, would all be standing around and they'd get burned up and shit and be mad at you. So I figured out, when you see one of these things and see where it's going to put the guys down, you'd have just enough time to sprint over there and get ready. And the moment they landed on the ground, you just start chunking those magic grenades at them, and you'd blow them all up, and the battle would be over. It's one of the few things I enjoyed in Final Fantasy 15. So this is what these guys are, and that's what they do. I don't care any further. I have a second one, and my apathy somehow magnified when I didn't believe it was possible. This card right here pissed me off because somebody used it against me, but one of the things a white loves to do in Magic is, instead of just destroying their creature, they're like, oh, we're just going to put your creature away for now. Maybe when your grades get better and your vegetable consumption increases, you can have your beloved creatures back. It's also Final Fantasy 14, so I can't imagine anyone cares. This card generates a paladin boy or girl, paladin world. If it wasn't 14, this should be Final Fantasy 4, obviously. Also, the Paladin Shield for Final Fantasy 6 should be a card that should be busted like it is in Final Fantasy 6. The Phoenix Down is an item, sort of like an Aether. Okay. So that's super flavorful, because you put this down And then when you pay its cost later, you can either resurrect a creature up to a certain size from your graveyard back to the field, or you use it to kill an undead, a skeleton, a spirit, or a zombie. Although if they're like a demon or something, it wouldn't work. But that's pretty cool. I wish I'd had more time to think and like plan that deck, but I had a good time. And of course the quarrel. One guy played this, and when he went to explain to me what it does, I said, "Oh, I know." I said it in a polite way, but he knew. I'm like, I know about quarrels. Has he got a blaster? So this represents the quarrels blaster because it basically paralyzes the target. But remember, there's a chance that they can just kill you. So it should have had like a really expensive effect. Maybe like using swamp manas, the black manas, to just kill target creature. What the hell do I know about flavor? Oh, speaking of flavor, there's text. A lean and limber predator whose whiskers acquire charge from naturally occurring electric particles in the atmosphere. That sounds like a Pokemon entry. Did this thing invent time like half the fucking Pokemon did? You're like, no, but it's a certified time if you run into 3 of them. Good God. Good God, the delivery Moogle. Delivery Moogle. Is this FF14? Obviously it is, because can't have anything good. Final Fantasy 9 had delivery Moogles, just saying. Kupo, said the boy. Work, with the chew. Shoko. Kupo, went the mog. Yeah, these guys are lally-hoing it up. That's FF4 if I've ever seen it, boys. They're like, you have to get another set of crystals just to have Golbez immediately take them from you, because you don't accomplish anything in Final Fantasy 4 unless you're Kain, and then you accomplish being a huge shield. He has nothing to say in his defense. Here we go, Ambrosia Whiteheart. It's like a legendary chocobo. Son, you get to bounce things back to your hand. That's useful if something has like a bad enchantment on it that your opponent used, or... Oh, it has flash. So that means you could cast it at instant speed and bounce one of your cards that's about to die. Yeah, this is good. It's even got landfall. And you're from 16. Is that the Chocobo, Clyde rides? I don't know, man. Don't make me think about Final Fantasy 16 hurt my heart. Speaking of my heart, there's the Cloud of Darkness, the good Final Fantasies. The final boss that does 1 attack. Don't forget your shurikens. My God. I'm like you forgot the gravy dog, but I'm talking about shurikens. I should have made that joke back when I fucked up the end of my Final Fantasy 3 playthrough. Spoilers. There's a bonus video that fixes it. All right, she flies. She's got Particle Beam. Target creature will get -X, where X is the number of permanent cards in all graveyards. Yeah, if I'd have played green-black like I probably should have. I couldn't have used I could have tried to play 3 colors, but damn, 3 colors is limited. You got to know how to splash, son. You got to hit them with a splash attack. There's no way you wouldn't focus on that. It's like, what exists that whatever in the camera makes it focus is like, oh, well, I can't focus on that. It's like a naked cloud lady. You gonna get me fired. Omega. He's big. He has the wave cannon for each opponent, so that's 1 in a 1v1. Number of non-basically, yeah, I saw that shit. He had all these clauses and shit down there. If he'd have been that FF5 Omega, he may have had a chance. I didn't even take FF8s, and he's like one of them weird World of Warcraft Dragon Tar things. This is, I guess the plot at 13 is this is Lightning's sister. And in the world of 13, there's like these spirit statue ghost people that send you a vague psychic vision that tells you to get a certain job. And if you don't figure out what that is by a certain point, you turn into like crystal. And the whole point of the game is that happens to her. Oh God, I dropped her. What a shame. And you're trying to get her back, and it's Lightning, who's her sister, and Snow, who's the guy at the toboggan with the coat on that punches people with his magic hands. He's like her boyfriend, and other things happen. I don't know, man. Yeah, don't think about Final Fantasy 13. God damn, you're crowd killing me. We got the Gold Saucer, which counts as a town. I saw flip a coin, and I was like, I'm gonna flip this fucking card in my unused pile. So if you build a deck around it, I'm sure it's real good and real flavorful. I mean, it has a random thing in it, so it's got to be a little bit flavorful, just saying. Who got the chance to draw the gold saucer? Was it Anthony? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anthony Davine. He's like, I finally got a shout out in some rambly guy's over the long Magic video that no one's going to watch. Crossroads Village. So yeah, this is FF2. Bafsk was the town where they had the Dreadnought, right? And you got the pass to go in there. Well, that's mana fixing. It just enters tap. So that, if you did want to splash, that's one way to get around it. Hit him with a splash attack. This is this place. It is from Final Fantasy 13. It does these things, and that was good. That was good. Oh yeah, I got a full art. It's not foil, but I got a full art island, which is cool. Now, what set are you? Are you FF8? Oh, this is Adia's orphanage at like the very bottom of the map. Once all the characters remember that they all were war orphans together in the same orphanage, but then they got too many GFs and it made them forget. It's just like your friends, like the first time one of your friends gets his first girlfriend, son, you ain't gonna see him for 2 or 3 years, and when you do, he's not gonna be the same. He's not gonna be the same, boys. But anyway, at the end of the game, when you walk towards that lighthouse, it turns into Ultimasia's castle in the time-compressed world. I should have put this in my deck, but they provided just generic basic lands because I had Ultimacia. There's some flavor in there. I assume Medea has a card in the game. You're like, Medea? Is Tyler Perry in that game? The Samurai's Katana. If I'd have played red, I'd have put him in there. He is glowy. I like how all the like little equip effects and stuff, they had to give them a Final Fantasy name. I mean, I genuinely approve of it. The fact that the little rat dude that gives you the treasure tokens ability is called Rat Tail, and the fact that Freya's Dragoon ability is called Jump, son, it does my fucking heart good. If I cared about 14, I'd care about this card. Do you play Samurai in 14? Is it good? I know in 11 you could Renkai with yourself. You're like, ugh, you keep that yourself. I'm gonna take it. Oh yeah, here's Seymour Guado. He's like, I'm sad, so everyone should die. Ooh, I'm deep. Look at my weird hair that it takes 2 fucking hours for each side to style in the morning. He has one of the most annoying boss fights in that game on the like top of a mountain, and he's in like some Dr. Robotnik-esque mecha thing. Son, the Mechana or whatever. Mechana. Robot machines. Whatever that shit Waka hates is. Machina. He's a counterspell, so of course he would be the fucking counterspell, smug prick. Alright. Thane of the Suncrest. The Suncrest Citadel. This is something from like a 14 or something. Can you not focus on it because it's too holographic? Yeah, this is 12. Things happen in 12. There's like a rabbit woman. And a full art mountain, which I like because it shows a classic it's FF1, so this is Mount Gulg or whatever. I can practically hear the do 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 do. You crowd got to walk on the lava so you don't get in encounters. Even the monsters aren't stupid enough to walk in the lava, son. A Dr. Kaufman licking his lips thinking about going to Fuddruckers, son. That's a deep cut DMFA joke for you, crowd. Okay. So that's, I guess we could look at my art cards. Art the cards. So I got this cool Golbez. Apparently there's 53 of these, because if you look at the back, it tells you the Golbez Crystal Collector, 45 of 53. But considering he was one of the MVPs of my deck, that's sort of flavorful. I dropped the other one on the floor and ruined everything. I've picked it up out of the floor and saved everything. Cloud's Limit Break, so he's Omnislashing. He must be at high HP because his Ultima weapon doesn't look faded. The saturation hasn't been turned down on his Ultima weapon. Cloud's Limit Break by Billy Christian. Oh no, the number 23. Jim Carrey's gonna go crazy and tear the wallpaper down. Okay, so that's all the other cards I got. So pondering on that, you can now devise the deck you would have built with the cards I pulled and how much better it would have been, and I'll probably agree with you. But afterwards, I did get some cards from Tommy. God bless him, God bless him. So let's take a look at those. You remember when we were at the Waffle House, Tommy pulled this card. And I knew I had to have it, son, just because of the Final Fantasy 3. I got this confused with that blue card from my deck that makes the robot. just because of the name, and I was too distracted by the cool art. But the fact that they used the actual Super Nintendo graphics is great. Does that mean there's a card in the set for each game? Because I would love to get a hold of those, son. Maybe they won't be worth the money. Does this have an artist's name? It just says Square Enix. That makes sense. Although you could credit that lady what made the pixel art. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so that's the Frozen Esper Returns. Okay. Of course, I got this little guy. Tommy doesn't like blue, so I just asked him if I could have a bunch of his blue cards. These little vaguely rat dudes are in Final Fantasies 11 and 14, which this is an 11 version, but they're just NPCs. You can't play as them. But, I mean, I think their design's cool. They're not... We're never going to get Prometheans. So, what can you do? What can you do? Somebody used this against me, and Tommy had one, and I got it. It's Quistis. She's Final Fantasy VIII's Blue Mage, which she has blue magic, which you remember is you use the enemy's own magic against them, and so she does something basically like that. Because she can pick a graveyard, so you can cast one of your own spells again, or you can cast one of your opponent's spells, son, and you can spend any kind of mana because she's Quistis. It's not like everyone can get by on their own, you know. That's when she thought she had a crush on Squall, even though she's the same age as him and was his instructor. And they both went to the same secret orphanage until their GFs made them forget they had friends. It's the plot of Final Fantasy VIII. Ask anyone who's played Final Fantasy VIII. Not one word I just said was a lie. I had to have Ultros, boys. Seafood soup is back on the menu. You see Edgar fighting him on the stage of the opera house. I had to make sure because he's in 14 as well, but that's definitely the FF6 Ultros. He's kind of like the Gilgamesh of 6. He's like a recurring enemy, although he only pops up a couple of times. It's very memorable. He is quite obnoxious as well. So that's cool. Don't tease the octopus, kids. Sabin jumped off of a raft into raging rapids just for a chance to punch him in the face one time. A foil paladin in his arms because I knew Tommy didn't really care, and I was like, well, I'll give me some foils. I even got this foil, Trino, the Dark City. So that's Final Fantasy IX location. That's where the card game in Final Fantasy IX happens, son. It's got cool music. It's got a auction house where you can get neat things that are references to previous games, including the Rat Tail, I believe. Don't have Freya in your party. There's actually an active time event in Trino between Freya and Amarant, where Amarant tells her his backstory, which was basically Zidane framed him for a robbery. And Freya busts out laughing at him. She's like, what a fucking loser, son. If it was anyone else, I'd be like, man, Freya, that's out of character. But it was Amarant Coral, son, and you know he deserved it. Got a foil of this guy, because why wouldn't I? It's this guy. I did have this used against me a couple of times in the tournament, so there you go. At first, I thought it might be one of them helicopter guys from when you're trying to climb up the pillar in Sector 7 before Reno drops it, but no. Here we go. This is actually a foil rare he had. I knew he didn't care about blue, and this is G-Door, which is another town from FF6. This is where all the douchebags live, and Allsworth's mansion is there, which has some of my favorite music. When you go there in the World of Ruin and fight the pain, it's one of my favorite parts of FF6. When we get there in my FF6 playthrough, we're going to love it. And if you've watched me play FF2, I inserted some unused dungeon music. I think when we were on the island out in the middle of nowhere where nobody goes, that was basically the G-Door Spencer's Mansion music. But it's it's basically an island that enters tap normally, but if you have enough mana to cast it, you could just obliterate someone's library, or if your deck's based around having shit in your library, son, you can target yourself. G-Door targets those that target themselves, son. It contrasts greatly with Zozo, because that's the very next town you visit. And it's full of bums that try to kill you. The Gallica is a recurring enemy in the games, but this is specifically the FF5 version. We used him to cast Float on ourselves very erroneously at one point, if you remember. Galif's talking about him too. And plus, he's a cool cat, so you know I had to have him. I didn't happen to pull one in my boosters, so I had to have it. Oh, I got this from him because, of course, I got to have my boy Bart's Clousers wandering the world on Boko the Chocobo, son. Final Fantasy V is such a good game, man. I can hear the music, the main theme that plays. When you press start and you see behind the letters of Final Fantasy, Bart's riding on that Chocobo, son. That's magic, son. That's when Final Fantasy became magic. FF4 started getting it there, but that was when Final Fantasy became magic. Well, anyway, it's a blue card, so I knew Tommy didn't give a shit. Speaking of blue things, he had a full art island. This is from Final Fantasy X. It looks a lot like Besaid Island, and I really like it. I think that's cool artwork. That's cool artwork. Here's another full art island. Let's see, this one's from 13, so I don't recognize it. It does still look cool. That's one of the Lychee Falsey robot demons that turns you to dust or whatever, I think. Of course, he had some of these rats I knew he didn't care about, and I wanted me at least a full set, son. I wanted a full set of Rat Tail. I'm going to show up to Bahamut with one arm around Freya Crescent and one arm around Ink Eye Servitor Oni, now that they're canonically good friends, son. I'll have Rat Tail for days. I wish I'd have gotten one of these because it's really cool, but the Black Mage's Rod, so you basically create a Black Mage. I like that with the job select, they got the generic characters from like Final Fantasies 1 and 3 involved, the generic job classes, and kind of like 9, because you run into random people that have a job class like Red Mage, so it's just pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I didn't get a single Dragoon's Wyvern, so I had to get this one from Tommy. This is actually from 11. The Dragoon, every job in that game has a 2-hour cooldown ability that they have from level 1. And the Dragoons is to summon their Wyvern. And he stays around until he gets killed by an enemy. And he does different things based on your sub-job when you use your TP. The Great Cornholio, I hate to tell you, it stands for like technical points. And it's like a limit break, basically. And if he dies before 2 hours is up, you've got to wait until you can summon another one. You do get to name them from a list of names, and of course everybody picks Raiden, because why wouldn't you? But, you know, when I have to make a Freya deck of every color combination, and so the blue-red Rat Wife deck will obviously have some Dragoon Wyverns and some. This is a card I wish I'd have had during the thing, because I could have put it on lock, and he could have had double draw a card, discard a card, and so, although this one just lets you draw a card, so it'd probably be better on Invasion. But that's Final Fantasy 1. That's a Final Fantasy 1 Thief. Even though Thief's Knife is not a weapon in Final Fantasy 1, I'll let it slide just this one time, just because I'm loving it. ... Son, for red and blue, you have Baron, the Airship Kingdom, where Cecil and Kane and Rosa and Sid and that crowd are all from, son. So that's just interesting that that's the city they use to represent those colors. I would assume they would be white and red because it's like so militaristic, but whatever, it's foil. And it's had blue in it, so I knew Tommy didn't care about it. I got me a backup Thieves Knife. Got me another Dreams of Laguna. And basically any blue card I saw he had in his extra cards, I just grabbed. Ooh, this Orin's Inspiration, I didn't have one, and it's foil. Son, this is your story, says Orin with his super cool sunglasses. Even Lulu's the only one that notices him. She's like, did you guys see Orin is like a giant ghost now? Like a Mufasa-ass giant ghost? And Zidane's like, no, it doesn't matter. That's not Zidane, by the way, Tidus. Zidane would also say it doesn't matter, but Tidus is like, it doesn't double matter because I'm just a secret ghost, spoilers. All right, another Dragoon's Wyvern, who's friends with another rat. So I got me a full set of 4 rats, son. I'm 4 rat loco in the Cabezas. Oh, and then I wanted these additional tokens he got. So these are generic heroes, but this one is clearly styled to be a Dragoon, and this one's actually a Hrothgar from 14, the Catman. He's like some kind of sci-fi gunner man or something, but you knew I had to have it. And on the back side, you got you a treasure token, and something must make lifelink and Moogles. He's poised to fight, son. He's poised to fight. So, yeah, I basically promised Tommy if I ever come across a Jumbo Cactrot, which is the card he wants the most, then I'll give it to him for all those cards, son. I'm like the opposite of Yugi's granddad. When Seto Kaiba showed up, Tommy Kaiba showed up with that huge briefcase of cards. and was like, I need your jumbo cock trot, old man, and I won't take no for an answer. I was like, okay, here you go, son. That whole thing could have been full of Freya crescents, and I just said nothing. I'd have batted no eyes. All right, I think we finally reached the end. The only thing left to talk about. You're like, oh God, how's he still have shit to talk about? I'm gonna try to move this back some. I was trying to make something that wouldn't draw the damn camera's autofocus, and this texture seems to do it. That's just my Ultra Pro like deck case, by the way. I use it as a backdrop during the tournament, and I'm using it now. I wanted to look more at this little thing that the boosters actually came in. Here, let's tilt you down, tilt you down. Oh no. Please don't destroy all life when you tilt your cameras, kids. This is a public service announcement. I'm Uncle Tenfei, and I say destroying all life is no good. No good. Like, are you Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, man? Hell. So yeah, I love the Pixel Remaster arts. So there's actually tokens in here. You can see that if you wanted to tear your box up, you could get you some like +1/+1 counters. And for a sealed event, you probably wouldn't need a ton of tokens, so they could work out. These things in the middle, I'm not sure what they are. I'm too scared to destroy my box by punching them out. But yeah, you got the box within a box. George Lucas is like, it's boxes within boxes. There's Garland getting slapped around. These boys are on the back. I realized I was looking at it with my eyes and not in the way that best suited y'all seeing it. But I really like the style of this box. I would love a play mat of this classic Final Fantasy style, son. I thought for sure they had designed this thing to like unfold like a diorama, but will that destroy it? Will that, because you can see if there was like an obvious spot, I mean, I could pull it apart right here, and then this part would flip up. Is that what you're supposed to do? And then you can see the full picture. I don't want to break anything here. I'll do it on camera. That way, if I do break everything, at least it's for content. Oh God. It doesn't want to be pulled apart. You can tell. You can tell. I might do something with this later. Maybe I'll use an actual knife to cut it. A cutting knife, son. I'm light speeds ahead of you. Now bleed on my knife, is what the fighter said. Dwayne and Brando and such, son. There we go. Now he can knock him all down. He can knock him all down. You're like, I'm glad you're keeping this video going, Uncle Tenfei. I'm glad we're not missing out on this irreplaceable gold. The Tenfei experience, I think it's known as. Oh shit! You know what I forgot? I won 2 booster packs that I was going to open for you kids. Here I am, like, yeah, close down the video. Everybody's done. Turn the lights off. Go home, son. Motel 6, leave the light on for you. I'm gonna open those right now, and we're gonna have a good time because each of them is going to have multiple Freya Crescents in there. There's no way. What else would I like? If I get a Jumbo Cactrot, that would be nice because I could give Tommy a card he wants. Such hydration. I would like Red 13. Pretty sure he's a rare. I'd like Kamari Ronso. We'll go from there. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here, Cloud. You go over here to the side. Here's your side. Already I see a horror token. Okay, this would have been useful last night because I kept playing that card that generated these guys, but I just had to use like generic face down magic cards with dice on them, son. Dungeon dice creatures. Duke Devlin's looking up. Oh, I got me one of these cool Dragoon guys. That'll go good in my Dragoon deck. Dragoon decks. Okay, so let's see if we get anything I don't already have. We've got the Choco Keek. Ooh, another Dreams of Laguna. Another Magitech Infantry. I see something foil. Trying not to spoil the foil. Okay, so far we have... Okay, another one of these. That's good. Laughing Mad. White Auracite. Another Omega. Oh, we got Tifa's Limit Break. Let's take a look. She's doing a dolphin blow on that guy. You're like, what? Are we seeing the same picture? So, okay, Somersault Meteor Strike Final Heaven. Yeah, Tifa's Limit Break is like a slot machine, and the more slots you hit, the more attacks she does. They took it to the limit with Zeldink, though. Zeldink, you put in fucking Tekken moves, and he never stops punching. He never stops punching. I assume Tommy got this card. Tifa's his Final Fantasy waifu, son, and God bless him for it. I don't even have to imagine Freya and Tifa Lockhart's outfit because there's been some fan arts of it, although it could be even better. So I'm just saying, if you're a fan of the artist out there and you're like, well, I guess I won't draw Freya Crescent dressed as Tifa. No, please stop. Don't hurt me like that. Oh, this is some sort of Makote boy. So that means it's 14. He's got reach. Tommy probably knows who this is because he used to play a Makote boy named Bowberry. It's true. Look it up. Oh, we got a Tonberry. Neat. That would have been great in my deck. He enters stun. That's flavorful because the Tonberry has to slowly waddle over to you before he kills you with his chef's knife. During your turn, he has first strike and death. Okay, cool. Yeah, damn, I would have loved this card last night. Fearful monsters that creep ever forward. Knives poised with deadly intent. The original translation of Final Fantasy VI, or FF3, as us Bakugaijin were damned to call it, refers to them as pugs for some reason. Ooh. A tier in Peru, and I can tell this is FF14, but these look cool and they're legendary. Equipped creature has base power of XX, where X is your life total. Hell yeah. We're going to get that on Freya Crescent, son. And she's going to jump over and show you a thing or two. Reach the horizon. So that's the famous shot at the end of FF7 where they're like, we're going to go off an adventure. And Barrett's like, well, what about when all those ghosts appeared and we're mad that we weren't following the script, and then they tore up Midgar and we floated through space and fought demon versions of the characters from Advent Children, and then Sephiroth appeared 100 years fucking early with a Angel Wing, and then y'all fought for 2 fucking hours. And Cloud's like, I don't think that happened. I pray that didn't happen. Guess this is goodbye, City of Mako. You tell him, Tifa. Guadasalam, so that's from 10. That's like the area that the Guado are from, which is where Seymour Guado is from, which means it's a shithole. Make you some green and blue mana with that foil, boys. With that foil, okay, there's one booster. I'm glad it built up the hype for the second one. The Freya Crescent, it must contain. It must contain. Oh, an art card. We know there's no Freya Crescent art card. I didn't see it, but you kids did already. I spoiled myself by reading the name of it. I'll let you read it too. My favorite character in Final Fantasy VI is that awesome Shadow Man with the cool dog, Shadow, son. So that's going to be our hype at the end. Oh, hey, the Balam Tyrannosaur. If you put blind on your weapon, you can just beat him. And he drops dino bones, which are useful for making weapons. You're like, I can never tell when he's lying or not. That's what makes him so dangerous. Okay, another Dragoon's Wyvern. Another Galicat. Oh, we got Suplex, baby. There goes Sabinrine Figaro, wishing a Doom Train would try to run over him and his friends, Cyan and Shadow, who's always mandatorily in your party at that game. Point of the game. Choose one. Suplex deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it said. He suplexes them out of reality. Or exile target artifact, which the Doom Train is in the game. Tommy got it. And is an artifact, so you could use this card to have Sabin destroy it, son. Or you could just use a Phoenix down on it. Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh, this guy, he's from 14, obviously. One of the games I played, the guy kept getting this thing out. And I was always aggravated because it looks really ugly. I don't care. Monk's Fist! That's an FF1-ass black belt, son. Hot damn, he's out there in his pajamas and a dungaree vest. You just generate a monk. Adrian Monk appears. That's so flavorful. God, I love it. We got a full art rare, I guess. Darkness. This is Dark Ritual, which is a really good magic card. This is the Yashitaka Umano art of which Final Fantasy? Of 9. Holy shit. So there's Zidane, I guess, standing there. Who's that behind him? I can't really tell because the Umano art doesn't always line up. And I guess that's supposed to be Necron at the end of the game. Well, that's fucking cool that we got that card, man. All right, I had to stop everything I was doing to film this quick addendum. I was in the middle of editing this mess of a video together. And when it got to this card, I noticed something about it. So this is Yoshitaka Amano's artwork that he did for all them classic Final Fantasies. That was, you know, this super unique style that kind of showed what the game would look like. So this is clearly supposed to be them fighting Necron, the secret surprise final boss after Kuja at the end of the game. And so if you look down here, you see Zidane with his monkey tail wielding a long sword, which he never does. And there's Garnet with her blonde hair, like all of Yoshitaka Amano's ladies have. I'm assuming that's Amaranth. He's got like combat fatigues and boots and a fro, so it has to be him. With that tongue sticking out of this character's mouth, that's got to be Quinn. There's Vivi, and that's clearly Albert Steiner, probably with the Excalibur too, because somebody sped run the game. But I can't help but notice a certain key integral party member just nowhere visible. And it's a tragedy. You're like, oh, I agree, Uncle Tenfei. Aiko, the little white mage summoner, nowhere on there. Boys, permanently banned from the Tenfei channel, even for making that joke. But it is a super cool card that I like. Son, Necron has taught me the true meaning of death and despair, son. Zidane was not alone, but it seems I truly am in this world of being lacking Dragoon ladies, son. What was Yoshitaka Amano thinking, son? James Rolfe himself wouldn't even make a joke about it. Clash of the Icons. That's what they call summons in 16. So that's a thing, I guess. Ooh, look at this cool elixir with this little bunny rabbit on it. Son, it's too good to use. That's what the descriptions say. All right, it enters tap because it's too good to use. All right, when you manage to pay 5 and tap it, shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard into your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards. Okay, so it's very flavorful as an elixir. You get your MP back because your spells go back into your library minus the lands, because lands aren't spells, obviously. And you gain life for it, although it says fully restores. If it said it set you to 20 HP, maybe. What game are you from? You're from 4. Are you like a little name and way guy? Is that supposed to be a little name and way guy? Maybe. Son, you can't get away from that guy. Name and ways everywhere. Okay. Ooh, random encounter. Damn, you're in the final dungeon and a quarrel, a Marlboro, and an Iron Giant appear. I'm pretty sure we've seen that exact encounter, son. This is specifically for FF2. Damn yeah. Damn yeah. Hell yeah. We've seen it. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. Put each creature card mill this way on the battlefield. They gain haste at the beginning of the next end step. Return those creatures to the owner's hand. Hell yeah, son. You get fucked up in Pandemonium. They're like, you wandered in the wrong part of Pandemonium, motherfucker. Not even the Leon, the Dark Knight. He's like, guys, I'm all for edgy battle, but I think we're about to get fucked up. My healing magic isn't good enough yet. Oh, we got an alternate art of a card we got in this same pack. You can decide which one you think looks cooler. Oh, the Regalia, the car. The card that the dad's giving to Noctis in that card that I talked about. So, yeah, it does that. I mean, it's nice, I guess. I'd like the bros on a road trip aspect of 15. It's one of the things I like about it. I just don't like how it's handled, or most of the characters, or the setting, or the combat system. Here's a foil one of that guy. Oh, foil 4 art forest. That's hard to say. FF3 specifically. Boys, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And there's our boy Shadow with Interceptor. That makes up for the fact that neither of these packs had a Freya in them. As I got a full art, or a art card specifically, of one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters, son. That's ballin'. Out of control. Okay, I think I'm finally ready to end the video. So this was fun. I had a good time. I'll probably make some more Magic content. Maybe playing some games. Definitely some Arena. I might even review some interesting products that I came across in my travels, if that's the kind of thing that would interest somebody like you. But anyway, the moral of the story is that we won the day, and it was Rat Wife for life, son. I can't zoom in because of my tripod on my camera, son. We got to end it on the Rat Wife for life, son. The camera can't focus on her. Even light itself is afraid to touch her. Her delicate rat beauty. Good time. So glad I got me some Freya Crescent cards, though, son. It was a good time. We all had fun. We all shared laughs, and we all got rat wives. You're like, I don't think that last one's true. Well, I guess I can only, count myself. The rat wife, you can vicariously live the rat wife life through me. You're like, you know what, Uncle Tepe, I'm just going to let you do that, son. I'm going to let you handle that. I'm going to let you handle that.